down.
Yeah.
That is so classy. That is so classy. I want to say welcome to my so-called life. It is Saturday and it has been a while. I hope everybody is having a great evening. It's time to party.
It's Russell Rush on Friday, kicking the ballistics on WIMS. Yo, I got a phone call from my God. You want some whole cake? I said, hold up. Yo, dig this. You're trying to get money in. WIMS, Taylor Soul, Saturday, y'all.
Girl meets boy on Thursday night. Boy was high, girl fly like kite. They hold hands until next day. Boy then let's go hit his way. Boy rolls blunt back to his boys. Erection brings bad boy joys. Boy thinks of that big fat back. Big black fat, nothing black fat. Girl calls boy to stand him up on Saturday. Saturday, it's a Saturday, it's a Saturday, it's a Saturday. Saturday, it's a Saturday. Saturday, it's a Saturday.
Once more with the wall up in the score. Smash about a riff shit and make you rock your hip. Revival of the roller boogie in a ricochet to make you think about the time we spoke fun instead of fight. But diving from a piece of metal should have done life. Slip your butt to the fix of this mix. Toss that briefcase, it's time to let loose. Cause you work like heck to get the weekend check. So unfasten that sleeper on your neck. Connected like a vibe from the wheel to the foot. Come on everybody, get the funky output.
5 days you work, one whole day to play. Come on everybody, wear your roller skates today. It's Saturday, 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 it's Saturday, Saturday, it's Saturday, Saturday, it's Saturday,
Now as you pump your fists, I reminisce to a bounce rock skate roll fest to impress. Hey pretty diamond, do you like the way I'm dressed? Cool, keep the faith and be my mate, cause all we need is feet
And roller skates.
But promote the hustle cause it keeps me thin. No need to talk, Luke just walked in.
Oh, the good old days. I think I can take it from here.
I
hope
miss
everybody-
that. I miss that so much. You have no idea.
I hope everyone is having a great Saturday evening. Hello, hello, and welcome to my so-called life. I saw a few people over at Jess's channel. I just want to say congratulations on a successful live stream. You went around the moon and back and you didn't even crash.
Congrats.
I was dancing the whole time. I was like, yeah. Like, I miss that. Can we make it like a normal thing on Saturdays?
I used to play it. That became my my intro.
Yeah.
Because I like that better than my other one. My other one was the song I always play, but people were starting to they were getting ready to mutiny because I've been playing the song for 3 years.
Haters. Haters.
Yay!
Vibe.
Yes, so Terry, I'm wearing my shirt.
I just want to say hello to everybody who's here. Hello, Melania. Hello, Alibaba, Joydy. Great to see you, Katie. Hello, hello, everybody. So, Terry, Shalom. Great to see you. Yay, Melania. Hello, hello. Awesome.
Oh, look at all these amazing people. Absolutely.
Yay, it is Saturday.
You gotta teach me how to do that button. I couldn't do that button.
Well, you have the chat up and you hit the
I didn't know what I was doing. I
you
need
hit
my
the
technical support person, and you
the
weren't there.
overlay button. You never want to hit the overlay button because it'll
Well,
be
that's
on
what
your screen.
I clicked it. I did.
I noticed. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? This is YouTube. If it wasn't for mistakes, none of us would be here.
Oh yeah. But you gotta show me. You gotta show me later.
Absolutely. Your shirt is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't believe it. It looks amazing.
Adorable. It looks
I'm a
adorable.
Care Bear.
Yes.
How are you doing,
are.
Tammy? How are you this evening?
I'm here. Glad to be here. Glad I made it back in one piece. We have We have snow.
Oh,
I don't even know what that substance is. I apologize.
well, it's
We have enough
it
of it. I
falls from the
had some
sky.
four-wheel drive. Like we're doing the whole adventure mode in the car.
She saw the big pile behind you.
I
Yeah.
have.
It's growing.
Hey, Tasha. Hello, hello. Tonight's
Hi,
gonna. I found more fabric too, and tonight's gonna be a show and tell because 2 or 3 years ago, this is why you shouldn't just bury things in your house. 2 or 3 years ago, which I'm gonna show you, I have a literal. It's a truck toolbox. A long time ago, there was a sale at this place called Lowe's here in America, and my boss bought 50 of them. And I'm going to show you what they are. And he put one in every vehicle, but we don't have 50 vehicles.
As your boss is in your dad.
Yes. And so I have every kind of truck toolbox you could possibly think of. And this one particular one I filled with fabric, but I thought it was fabric, but then I opened it up and it was yarn and scraps. So some of it might be getting some of it I might get rid of. Really, I'm going through everything. This no-buy has really I don't know, I've become really introspective. I'm looking inside myself and asking me, well, I went around buying all this stuff. I'm enjoying it now. I'm going through it. You
Yeah.
know, it's I'm actually going to use it.
I grabbed my heart when you said you're going to get rid of something.
I know, right?
I'm going to. If it's just like, because I have this weird habit where I threw nothing away, and I was upcycling for a very, very long time until I would buy black T-shirts and I would cut out the design, but I would keep everything, the arms, everything.
So
And
do you want to
so-
do an auction on your stuff?
I have a feeling this might be miscuts from black T-shirts, and I like a lot of this comes from me cutting things out of black T-shirts, like that design for the Klingon flag. All that is a T-shirt that I cut in a circle and just put everything around it.
Oh, well, see,
And you would know, but
it's being all the way back here, and
I would
I'm
find
sure
like I would find 6L and like 5XL T-shirts,
yeah.
So if you're gonna auction any of that off or sell it off or whatever, you need to market it to somebody who needs fillers for their t-shirt quilts because that's like the perfect like fill-in.
I'm gonna start networking. I'm gonna get into the quilt world and be like,
Ollie, we got some updates.
You're
We got some
30.
updates, Ollie.
Ooh.
Ollie, we got some updates. You want to let him know, or do I say it? Because maybe it comes better coming from you.
I've received the petition.
From me?
I've received the
No,
petition.
no.
Okay, from
This
her.
is part of when we were testing out this. This was like a conversation that we had, and then Ollie gave me like this huge dysentery. Anywho, okay.
Okay,
So if I mention you, 1,000.
I have a quick question. And for anyone
I'm
concerned,
not even gonna tell him.
I did get a McMuffin this morning, and it's been a while. And I was somebody reminded me to, and I did go and get a McMuffin, and it actually saved my day. I made better choices because I make terrible choices when I skip breakfast.
No. So Ollie, I was on Tasha's channel. Was it yesterday? And we were talking about William's channel and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, go live, go watch William. Or maybe it was Thursday night. And I was like, yeah, go watch him and everything. And I go, William, every time I mention you for them, do I get like 1,000 points? Go ahead. And he said, he said, yes. Ollie, he said, yes. So,
Okay, so you're gonna have to replay your live.
no, well, you can go back and listen. Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
my thank you for asking, Skids. My side of the mountain has been protected, but where I live is where they house all of the equipment. And so like my side, I think the fire by my house is 31% contained.
Still, that's all.
Ollie, as soon as I saw
Goodness.
your comment, I contacted said person below me immediately and go, "Did you see what he wrote to me?"
My problem is,
And he left,
Shalom,
yeah.
in the past couple of years, I've loved too many sausage McMuffins. With my Saturday adventures, I would always
know.
And then they have the deals where you get 2, and nobody, like, I'm sorry. and I would justify it by, oh, I'm walking it off. Well, I haven't gone I haven't gone to the swap meet, so I haven't gone by McDonald's at all.
So
This is me justifying a McMuffin.
Agree.
I'm a grown adult. I had a hankering.
1,000 points, Ollie. You're present right now.
So I have a question. I have a question for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, how you doing?
No, I discovered something about you when I put my hat on that I really didn't know about you. What is your aversion to sequins?
I don't have one. I just couldn't see your faces. It just bothers me.
Why?
Because you could be sticking your tongue out at me and making weird faces and I can't see it.
Well, just in life, people are probably always sticking their tongue out at you. You should have that attitude. If you can't see their face, they probably are sticking their tongue out.
Okay, game, set, match.
I want to know, what is your aversion to sequins?
I don't have one. I just didn't like the hat. Can that be a valid? I didn't like the hat because I couldn't see your face.
I'm calling conspiracy on sequins. Let's see what's going on.
You know what?
There we go. There
we go.
Lost
this one. I forgot that this one had a hood. You can't see my face with this one either.
Oh, I know. Nope. I can't see you. You're too far away.
Here, we'll go back.
Melina, I'm sticking my tongue out now.
Only egg McMuffin. Oh, I love.
Am I supposed to love everything that you present on your channel?
See, Alibaba named me Darth Glitterous for a reason. Hey, Kilroy, how's it going? It's McMuffin. Don't need to lie. Absolutely. I feel like a flag should be flying for that one.
I'm missing something, Ryan. I gotta look it up.
I want to know what everybody's aversion to sequins is. I like making capes, and I made the mistake of Googling Liberace one day. And I got inspired. And actually, in a weird way, there was a bunch of tips of how to make capes with sequins, how, with sequins, you can see through them. So I lined this. And this was what I was talking about earlier. This is lined with the star material. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
I was trying to think outside the box when I made this.
Yeah.
Can you see through it? When you have
yeah.
a cape over it? Okay. Well, good.
I think this is, I'm sticking tongue out now. Exactly, Malay. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you busy?
The queen has spoken.
Thank you.
Darth Glitterous isn't good with chat. Thank you. I am a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Oh.
Oh,
now watch this.
It's okay.
Operational
No, I don't have any. I wish, if I did, I promise you, I'd be honest with you. But no, I don't have any aversions over. I like to see the people that I'm physically talking to.
So good to know you're not a face covering fan.
I'm not.
Now watch this fully operational sewing station. Sorry, I had to cover myself for the Star Wars line.
Okay. I'll get you back someday.
And there's more in you. Hey, what's up, Native? How's it going? Great to see you. Great to see you.
Hello, hello.
Sequins are tough to sew, though. I learned that the hard way by I would just hammer it with the sewing machine, not going like along. This one I actually used experience, so I went along with the sequins instead of just smashing them. Because sequins
That's
do
all.
have lining. It does have, it has an edge that you can sew on it.
Yeah.
That is the way you have to sew with sequin fabric. Is you have to smash the sequins at the seam.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wouldn't notice, never sewn a sequence, so I can't. I have no experience, y'all.
That's
They don't
okay.
come in
Yeah.
a lot of the quilts that I make,
Never would know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
You know
I
what?
have an idea.
I'm gonna have to go to Joann's and grab some fabric and just tie it and put it into one of my quilts one day.
I forgot how amazing this was.
Do sequin applique, Jess.
I love the purple on you. Purple's a nice
It
color
does
on
look
you.
good on you. Well,
I'm gonna free all of my clothes off the Eagle. I have a Drew Doughty jersey, and I made a really awesome, like Roman-inspired cape because I was watching way too much Netflix. Way too much Netflix. But I
Oops.
need to dust it off.
Oh,
Hey, hello. Are any of your parents struggling to open cheese out of those plastic wraps by struggling me and making the mistake of pulling? Okay,
I don't use
my
that
entire
cheese.
life I've never been able to successfully open string cheese. If that's what you're talking about, like the string cheese packaging, never. I'll cut it with scissors. I will cut like a cigar. I'll cut an edge off. And I'm not even saying that to be funny.
There's two types of, you have your string cheese and then you got the fake cheese that's like, the cheese slices that are in plastic.
I don't eat
I don't eat that.
that stuff
I don't
anymore.
eat either of those.
I'm
but-
addicted to string cheese.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you a Kobe fan? Are you mozzarella?
Mozzarella, but I'll
Mozzarella.
like whatever's at the grocery store. I'm not bougie. I'm not
Yeah.
like.
When I did eat, because I used to eat them
Hey,
a lot,
Arlie.
and I would wrap them in ham and put mustard inside of it and just have ham, mustard, and cheese.
See, it's
When I
good.
was-
Like I eat it like that. It's good to add things with it.
Yeah, I just can't eat the cheese.
Technically, I'm not supposed to eat any of it, and I love it. I know this makes me feel like a run from Vegas project is set in a selfie booth there. I've been unearthing all of my forgotten projects. This is the cape that I was sewing in the gym, and I made a left with my bell bottoms on. I don't know if it was the cape or the bell bottoms. And on film, I bit hard in the gym, hard.
I saw that. That's the cape.
Oh, this is the cape in question.
Mm.
So okay, I'm gonna go get my toolbox of shame in a minute. And I forgot, like I'm a human. I have a room where I can hide things. I had the entire metal base to a treadle that I forgot about because I bought I have a Singer sewing machine from 1911, I believe. And I had the table and everything, but the table, whoever had it, left it outside, and it had been raining. And so I literally just on a stream one night, I just completely ripped the table off, but I kept the metal frame because the metal frame is
Okay, Hercules.
well, I used a screwdriver. I didn't like use mental powers. I'm not Magneto.
No, I thought you just picked him to,
Let me know. Let me tell you, if I was Magneto,
Pure
I wouldn't be
manpower.
here right now. I'd be floating somewhere. I'd be busy. I would be busy if I was Magneto.
I can totally see that, William.
Oh,
Totally see it.
I have a list.
I'm just thinking about every Marine that I've ever heard. Like if they had told that story where they just ripped this table off the sewing treadle or the treadle table, they would have absolutely led us to believe that they did it with their bare hands. They did not use a tool.
Oh yeah, there's always that story. Always that story. Have you seen these muscles? I can do it all.
I have a scar right here that I got while I was working, and it wasn't dumb. It was a stupid move I did. I kicked a piece of wood. I was cutting a piece of wood, and I kicked it because the saw didn't go all the way through, and it came and hit me in the face. when I was in the hospital, the doctor was like, "You should tell everyone you were in a bar fight because no one's gonna believe that you did this at your job." But I really I whacked myself so much I had to go to the hospital.
That would
Yeah.
totally affect your workman's comp to say that, you were in a bar fight instead of
Well, I can never claim workman's comp because I'm not going to sue myself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have any
yeah.
further plans for any
He's so
projects?
simple.
Right now, I'm kind of like, oh, I feel like doing this. My sewing is, hey, look, there's a squirrel. That
He's
is
a free
my.
spirit, Katie.
And
Yeah,
for
he's a
someone and for someone who sews like 4 to 5 items a week, this is a good question, Katie. Right now, I'm trying to finish old projects. I am reconnecting with this house. Not buying fabric, not hoarding sewing machines. I completely cleared the floor in my middle bedroom, and there are 9 sewing machines along the wall. I'm like, oh, I forgot you guys were even in here. So it feels good to rediscover all this stuff, and I'm having fun doing it. I started my channel for a reason. I was sewing. I had a Viking hoard of stuff before I started my channel. So it's not like I wasn't doing this by myself before I knew you could do this on YouTube. I have a turtle where ants walked off with all the natural glue. So
I was
clean.
laughing about that.
So clean like it never had glue.
Oh.
Speaking of scars, a circular sander ruined my nail. Never as pretty as before. Oh, I could sit here. When I was in college, I worked at a place called the College Street Deli, and let's just say with a meat slicer, I don't want to get too detailed, but like my finger is curved right there. So I totally get it.
yeah.
But yeah, like I'm rediscovering this room, and I know it sounds crazy. I'm gonna go get my toolbox of shame in a minute, but I'm gonna throw away things. I'm getting rid of things, like with the black t-shirts. I'm gonna chuck them if they're like, I don't know. We'll see the condition of the box. And
Okay.
does anybody else hoard yarn? What would I
Knitters
be-
and crocheters do.
I don't have any yarn.
I
I
don't use
have-
yarn for much of anything.
I have so much yarn I question myself. All but 3. All but 3 sewing machines work. Well, to the point where I could turn them on and start sewing with them.
Do you know how to like crochet or knit or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
not even. And I have all the tools.
So what led you to wanting it? No, like that you wanted to learn that trade eventually,
Slow
or
stitching, and I can't say it properly. Sashiko.
Sashiko? Yeah.
So I was obsessed with sashiko, and I did my own version of slow stitching. I got really good at it, so I overcompensated by buying miles of yarn, and I would use actually my grandma.
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura. Hello.
So I'm still going down the deep end with Sashiko. I really am. I'm watching videos. I haven't started it yet, but
I went
Oh, that looks like
crazy.
embroidery floss.
that's floss.
I went crazy buying this stuff from Michael's.
Yeah.
I went crazy.
Well, if you don't want that, you can send that to me.
No, I'm gonna get back, and then that's another thing. I want to get back into.
Yeah.
I used to make my own patches, all kinds of. Thank you, Casey. Katie has a yarn stash.
Yeah.
Oh, those wildfires aren't affecting you too much. A week ago, it was really bad, but it's getting better. I feel sorry. It's much more. It's like towards the beach in a weird way. It's like much more west and east at the same time because I'm like right on the beach.
Well, I mean, it's all the way that.
Literally right there.
Yeah.
So it's more south of where I am.
Okay.
It's just sad all around. To tell you the honest truth.
It is. I've been like it just pops up on my feed, and I mean it's all over the news.
And it's really weird. There's this place on PCH I wanted to live my entire life, and it's that exact block that burned. I know that plot of land. I like picture myself in my head living there, and it was weird to watch it on TV not exist anymore because it's always been there.
Well, that's why this is a no-buy year for you. You're rediscovering your love of all crafty things, and you are rebirthing yourself, just like you would have to do if you got the house and it had burned.
Yeah. And and I found my
So-
kilt. AKA
Oh,
my
Oh,
shade skirt. Do
we need
you want me to
this
get it
tape.
or
a
what?
skirt? Skirt?
Yes.
I will confess, I tried.
Okay.
I got all excited.
Yeah.
I remember that day. I ran to Walmart. That was a
It has-
glorious day, says the man wearing a cape.
It has buttons and everything. You need one of those
How
belts that go
long
on
did-
it.
How many pleats does it have, William?
0. No.
Then it is a skirt.
No, but it's fine. I have seen that. I have seen it. Like there's a short on it. I think I've seen all of his shorts. I went through, like I went down I purged. Like I just went one right after the other. Because I'm like, I
Yeah.
just want to see, where he is now and like how he's evolved so I can figure it out a little bit, the man, the mystery.
So first of all, this was me guessing of what a kilt is, and I am man enough to admit I made a skirt, but it looks good on me, and everybody called it a kilt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
made a
plaid.
in my blooper video, I say that I look like a really cool nun while wearing. I
Yeah.
had my vest and my glasses on. I was trying to toughen up my kilt,
Mm.
but I don't think even my. Oh,
Do you want my shirt with a heart
It'll
on
be
it? And
25 to 34
you can wear that with your kilt. That'll make it tough. You can be tender heart bear.
let's be real. I live in Southern California. No one bats an eye. No one bats an eye.
That's
I'm no one.
Are you gonna?
That's true. They
I'm
don't.
not even saying that as an indictment.
He's not lying.
Are you doing a fashion show for us tonight? Like, are you putting all this stuff on?
He needs to.
We're gonna have a talk off stream about you and your fantasies.
Oh.
Oh, you're just going back to Jamie and Outlander.
Oh, is that
You know
what
what's
he's
really
going
funny?
back to?
That's
Go ahead.
exactly what I was thinking of right
ahead.
now. That's exactly.
Mm.
Oh man, where's my?
Well,
Where-
The first day that you
News-
start calling me
newsflash,
suspect, then we'll
William.
have a question.
Newsflash, William. Most women, if they get past, the first season, they are addicted. They have to get past that first season.
Go back and hear what I just said too.
Yes.
You're welcome. I'm not saying it again.
I heard what you said. Oh man, where's my button? I need to find them. Oh, here are the buttons on my perfectly crafted skirt.
At least we've got the right name.
And I
for
put it on the back too.
Oh, you gotta keep it closed.
Well, that's where the pleats are. That's
Yeah,
where
but
the pleats
this
are
is
supposed
your
to be.
version. This is the William version.
I
This
had
is the
no
so-called
idea.
life version.
I had no idea what I was doing. I was just making content, and you know what's so funny? I want to thank Butterfly, Alibaba, everybody who was subscribed 4 years ago when I made this, if not 5, because you guys are amazing.
Now, if you're trying to if we're going fantasies for me, we're talking about kilt and a horse and riding off into the sunset.
I could do all of that, but they would
I know
look
you
at me
can.
like I was crazy at my job. If I tried to get on a horse with this thing, they'd be like, "Can I film it?
Yeah,
You gonna need to ride
But
to
you
the
live in
hospital."
LA.
like
Like, nobody bats an eye,
yeah, no,
William.
that's an eye.
That's what you just said.
No,
nobody
have
bats
no
an
idea.
eye.
Their cell phone
You're
out,
talking
they're
about-
like, "Oh, he's at it again."
You're talking about fantasy? It's like riding on a horse with a man on a kilt and just going off in the sunset. Just
No, I'm just
Never
accepting
Neverland.
the fact that I have no control over my A word.
Oh yes, it's coming. It's 9:30. Yes, absolutely.
10 p.m.
Laura says that she's with us. She loves Outlander. And her husband's a huge history buff and he enjoys it too.
But don't watch the last 2 episodes of season 1 and like the first 2 of season 2 because they're all it's like just it's gross. To me it's gross.
And before so
I'd have to
What would a
look
kilt on a
up
tractor?
those
Probably the
episodes.
same thing.
He is allowed on the tractor.
that would just be a very airy ride. That's all.
It'd be an area ride.
It would be an air conditioned ride. That's all.
I would like, can I sit with you? Thank you.
Just don't ride it in the middle of
Hey
winter.
Mona, hello.
Whatever, like 67
It
degrees
was
that is.
cold.
It's 70 degrees there right now during the day.
It was.
Hey, Mona.
I want to say this morning when I woke
Mona,
up.
I'm wearing the shirt.
Yay!
Okay.
When I woke up and did not leave my house, it was 44. When I left, it was like 50 something, but it was 44 this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. I didn't even get into the 50s today. It was cold and rainy.
To California, that's like you're in Aspen, Colorado, in the middle of winter.
Mm.
See, I'm not gonna shock you unless you just really want
No,
me
I
to.
know where you live. Actually, you have real weather.
We're in single digits.
I could drive. Like when I drive to Vegas, when I head north, within 45 minutes to an hour, I am literally in like the stereotypical desert with cacti.
Yeah, cacti.
Yeah,
You got it.
Hello.
I'm revealing too much of myself. I gotta stop.
Absolutely. And there's the weird Joshua trees where I live, where if you ever come around to look at them, it is illegal to pick the Joshua trees out of the ground. So if the CHP even sees you pulled over, they're gonna pull over and say, "What are you doing? Taking pictures? Okay, take a million pictures. Don't take them."
Mm-hmm.
All the tourists ruined it. All the naughty tourists ruined it.
We need a code word.
Yes, the fires are still going. Hey, hello, brute force. How's it going?
Were you talking to me with that?
Anyone. I just need a code word when I start running my mouth too much. Yeah.
A while ago, this is my I made this, and this is my most unwatched short. I love my pink whale jacket hoodie monstrosity that I made. And this is my most unwatched short.
I never even seen it.
How
did I miss this one?
The lining is amazing on this. I didn't show the lining on this short. This
Oh, no, I
all
saw
the
this.
materials I got from Walmart. Like this is old, so I made this like 3 or 4 years ago. But I used to wear this all the time until I started mass producing. So I started making something every year of the week. But I used to wear this all the time until someone at my job, they were like, "You look like a nurse." But I love my pink whale. It's little tiny pink whale. And I love this. I think I got the material I got the top material at like probably Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something. But I saw that and I'm like, I don't know why people are hating on the pink whale. Pink whale needs some love too. All right, let's yarn shame me. And I'm not kidding. When I say a toolbox, you think I'm playing. Oh man, this is gonna be awkward.
Do you know that Harbor Freight? Have you guys seen the like wooden toolbox that Harbor Freight sells? That's like a small, like desktop sitting toolbox.
Probably.
It's like $99 or $100
Yeah.
or something. I had one of those for my cross stitch for years, and then had to sell it because it was just too big for being on the
Yeah.
truck. And I've replaced it now, and it's got my jewelry supplies in it. I have to get it out before Tuesday.
Oh.
It's buried. It's buried.
Oh man.
I have not even started working on my super secret.
Oh.
Mona says super grape. Okay, I can probably click that. I'll see Mona.
Tammy, I don't know how to add
That's
without
not a
showing.
toolbox.
This is.
Yeah, it's for Discord, linking up to
Oh,
Discord
yeah.
with her.
These are these were super cheapies. They were selling at Lowe's.
Why am I big? Okay. I was like, I'm done.
I know
Yeah.
you love that angle. Oh. Oh man.
You can go back and see that face I just made at you.
But this is I have a problem. I need Yarn Anonymous. I'm gonna find a hold on.
There's a lot of people in my subscriber group that do knitting and crocheting.
Yeah, there are.
So if you want to auction it off or something like that, I can send them over to you.
Okay, I'll think about it.
He'll be like, it's gonna be triple the price because it came from my house.
I haven't.
Yeah, right, Jared?
I'm probably gonna. I'm gonna grab the other camera to shame me, but I have so much yarn, it's insane. That's a Foot Locker. These were sold to be hidden in your trucks. So these would be hidden like in the very back of your truck for people that had tonneau covers or all kinds of things. This is way modified. It has wood on it. It has like I put metal on it so I can put a real lock on here and it can't, like, you literally have to take this whole thing off. I put an actual metal piece on here. Just a little improvement.
Yes, he now has his cameras, Mona. That's right. He is so excited about having his cameras back.
What's this? See, this is where it all starts. This is more scraps. I need to go to like Scraps Anonymous. I love Harbor Freight. I own a Harbor Freight. I literally own a Harbor Freight.
You own a fabric store, you own a thrift store. Now you own Harbor Freight too.
Well, no, I own the like the contents of one.
Yeah, I understand. That's where I was going with it.
So Tom and I were out and he had put a lock on his umpire gear and we couldn't get the lock off. Somebody had accidentally locked the key inside the tote and then locked the lock on the outside of the tote. So we had to go and we had to go to Harbor Freight and buy bolt cutters to cut the lock off. And then we had to go find somebody who was like actively weightlifting to come out and come help us because neither one of us could get cut through the lock.
If you ever are in that predicament again, I have like 50 recommendations of how you can use science to do that. You just need to find.
Okay, I need the list before it happens. Because by that time, you have got to be awake and up in order for me to
like that kind of problem solving is the kind of thing I do at my job. Especially people lock.
I love to do that kind of stuff.
They think I'm a newbie, but not hard.
Yeah, we're talking about Discord. So apparently there's like a Discord server for the quilting world or Discord programs or whatever. Mo's been on there longer than I have because I've been on there maybe 2 hours. So we're going to enlist her help. She said that's what she's saying. She's a newbie learning it, but it's a new technology for me.
Let's see if we can peek in this box. What should I do with this? Let's come up with some ideas, because after I'm done with all the yarn, 'cause I'm keeping all the yarn. All of the yarn is staying.
Okay.
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 So actually, we're gonna start a pile over here.
So
All of this is coming out. This is literally from like a project I did 6 or 7 years ago. Yikes!
So, have you ever done couching with your machines, William?
The only couching I know is when you don't have your stuff together and you're sleeping on your friend's couch.
So you can feed the yarn with like one of the a darning
Okay,
foot.
okay.
You would know
Yeah,
it's a
I know
darning
exactly.
foot. You can feed the you can feed the yarn through that. There's like a whole bunch of YouTube and Facebook reels about using like a one of those plastic straws to help you feed it to where it needs to go, so that the yarn is going exactly where you need it, and then you just zigzag stitch over it, or you straight stitch, but you're moving the fabric, and you can decorate your own fabric with
I
yarn.
really like that idea. I
And
really like
Mona, I can help
That's a lot of fun
Shalom
to
with
do.
that if she didn't see that.
it.
If
Oh, please tell me my other one is in here.
but Shalom, just scroll back up and hit it.
Oh, I hope my other glove is in here. People said that I look like a
Shalom.
Confederate general, so I stopped wearing them.
Those are Confederate general gloves. Oh my
My-
gosh, totally.
My
Again, the backpack.
parents, it's in here. My parents are obsessed with isotoners, and this is not. These are different gloves. These are
Yeah,
different.
they are. Yeah, they are.
Where's the other one? I'm gonna find. Okay, hey, look, there's a squirrel. I'm distracted.
There's lots of
Mona
cool
said
stuff
that
in
you
there.
should hang the
Yeah,
yarn in
Shalom.
trees for birds. LOL.
Look at all that yarny fun. I have a ton of yarn, and I have no idea why. On my first couple of trips to Vegas, I found bags of yarn, and I purchased it. I this huge. Oh, the camera's over here. This huge bag of yarn. I thought it was really cool because it's like spacey, but let's be real, I'm spacey, like outer spacey.
Well, I think it would be good, like when you start making quilts with me, then you can tie your quilts instead of quilting them, and you can tie it with your yarn.
Yeah, that's what quilters use yarn for usually.
I'll show you some of my early work. Let me. Oh man, this is show and tell Saturday.
I love show and tell day.
You know, well, can you braid, William? Can you braid?
Ooh.
Do you know how to braid?
He can't hear you. He's gone. He's probably in his second bedroom, his middle bedroom. That's what he calls it. But that'd be amazing if he knew how to braid.
Because if he can braid, he could actually make.
Oh, I have to switch my.
Tammy has a question for you.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a question for you. Can you
Yes.
braid? Okay. You can also take that yarn and braid it. Like you could do 3 strands per piece or whatever, and then like make a rug or make a bowl or something like that out of the braided yarn.
This is what I would do with yarn. But I did this. I had a ton of time on my hands during the plague. I don't have this much time on my hands anymore. This like
you do. You're just not wanting to spend that much time on one
that's
piece.
the thing. Like each piece is intricate because it looks like it's coming out of the fabric.
It does.
So Terry, he could embellishments. He'd tie it off and then add like maybe like the little tassels at the end to anything. I don't know.
Do you also use piping, William?
Yes, I have a ton of it.
So, well, what I was going to say is if you need a specific color of piping, you can always put your yarn in the fabric fold to make your own piping. Like use whatever fabric you need or you're using. If you don't have a rope or twine that's the right size, you can substitute that yarn for it too.
I'm not kidding when I say that I would cut black t-shirts. I'm actually gonna wash all of these.
Yeah, wash them and see what you want to use after
Well,
they're
I use them
washed.
at my job, like, because I go through a lot of bandanas. So I
Okay.
literally put this in my back pocket.
Yeah,
And I'm just wiping my face all the time.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna wash every
there
single
you
one
go.
of these.
Yes,
Oh, perfect.
that sounds like a wonderful plan.
I started out when I started my channel, I was DIY everything.
It's
But then
because
I
we can't
tried,
get that new hat dirty.
I go, oh, I forgot about my new hat.
You squirrel him so
No,
easily.
I know.
So quick.
I'm. He's trying to do one thing, and I'm doing like 10 other things for him.
No, I
Like,
have to
Yes,
close
you
this
are.
now.
Yes,
I
you are.
have to
I
show
tell
off
you
my
how
new
much I
hat.
appreciate you.
Oh. No, because
Aw.
my mom does watch the stream, and I just want to say thank
Thanks,
you to
Mom.
my mother and
Thank you, Mom.
her I don't know 2-year long quest to find me a cowboy hat.
Her determination.
2 years, and she. I don't even know how to say this nicely. My mommy bought me a Stetson. And I always joke about how I wouldn't pay a certain amount of money for a cowboy hat. But I don't judge people if they would spend that much money to buy a cowboy hat for me. But this is a real Stetson cowboy hat that I will be wearing every day. We know you're out of space here. Well, I tie a rope to my foot, and every once in a while, people reel me in and bring me back down to earth. But I wear a cowboy.
It
Oh,
depends
sorry.
on.
Go ahead.
No, the comment that's up, he would have to tie about 100 quilts to use that up. Depends on how closely he ties it together.
Oh, and that reminds me too. What should I do with my 1,000-something shoelaces that I have?
You need to weave them and make something that's like an artwork of some sort, or a bag, like I did. Where's my bag?
Yes, a bag.
No,
Yes, a bag out of the woven.
no, I found more yarn.
Where's my bag?
You need to put them all in the
I
same
have
place.
issues,
Yep.
man. This is from Vegas.
Yes, Shalom. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. Shalom says yarn makes an amazing finished edge. Just zigzag it on the cut edge. It's also the best for gathering thread if you zigzag over it.
Look, you can weave it
And
like
Alibaba, I
my
want to see that
bag.
machine. Yes, her bag is adorable.
How about we do that? I can teach you how to weave, or you can teach me how to weave. I don't know.
I have a ton, and these are the only ones I'm showing. I have a ton of these.
Well, you have. Oh, we just need to get you to get a foam board, and because you have pins, we all know you have pins, and then we can weave.
You need pins? I got pins. You need
I don't
pins?
need
I got
pins. You need pins.
I'm gonna try to
You're
catch
gonna do
up
the
on
work.
the chat. You guys are absolutely amazing.
I gotta see that machine. I've got to go click that link. That's what I'm having to do. I'm having to go back in the chat.
But seriously, before I do squirrel off too far, I want to say thank you to my mom. She got me because let's be real, like I buy cheaper cowboy hats because I trash them. But what Shalom's saying is real. Like this will last.
Mm-hmm. It will. It's fantastic. It's
And
a
I can
fantastic
already.
hat for
I can already feel like this fit immediately because I'd always joke how the only hats that fit me were like $200 or $300 cowboy hats. But let's be real, like I'm still a frontline Joe schmo. No matter if I sit in the office or not, I still go outside and drive a tractor and do all kinds of stuff. So it's gonna be fun. And this hat seems bigger. It seems bigger for some reason.
I think it's just the color. Did you look at it against the boss hat that you have? The one I called
This is bigger than the white hat.
Is it bigger than the white hat?
It's the sides.
Well,
More yarn, William, and a couple of plastic bags from the swap meet.
Keep it closed. I need to find a safe word.
Alibaba is telling state secrets because there really is behind me. Over there is more yarn behind me.
Don't get mad at Alibaba because they have
you,
incredible
Ollie.
eyesight.
Well, Alibaba's also been here since every swashbuckling adventure I've ever gone on. Well,
I bet he knows where almost
seriously,
everything is in that house too.
what should I do with my
How long are those?
These are super thick, extra long. I love wearing fat laces.
You missed the
have
bag,
them of
Mona?
every color. I have every color, and I mix and match them. Like for a while in my old work boots, I had green and red. I can tell these are from my work boots because they has like stuff all.
Here's the bag, Mona. So I weaved it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you ever
Mona
make
missed it, so-
those? Did you ever make those loom things? The like looms with the little loops? Because
Yeah.
I made those as a kid. Do that with the shoelaces.
Like a lanyard kind, like a lanyard style.
Well, you're using the shoelaces, but make the like you can sew the ends of the cut the like the hard plastic pieces off the ends of the shoelaces, sew the ends together, make them into loops, and then you could do a loop weaving and make your own fabric out of it. It's something.
I really like that idea. I'm taking all of this in, trying to read the chat. He doesn't need to turn his house into
You could also do it as an applique on the back of a jacket.
Yeah,
that finished piece.
Oh, I like that.
And then you can use some yarn to tie it in. I'm just kidding. Don't use the yarn to tie it in. You need to stitch it in.
I think that's another thing. Like, I love hand sewing. And before people told me that yarn wasn't meant for hand sewing, I would use it for everything except for what it was meant for.
That's okay.
Because I was like, oh, it sews. I still have.
You're creating new.
I still
keeps it together.
You were making new.
I'm all about it. What is that, macabre?
Macrame.
Macrame.
That thing from the 70s that you used to hang from the ceiling and hold your plant pots.
Glasses.
Yeah.
But glasses or this amazing. I would rather. Today we're doing fashion over function.
Okay.
Usually I say function over
me.
fashion, but today it's fashion over function.
Yeah, I mean, macrame is making a comeback. I've actually seen quite a few creators that are now doing macrame, like new macrame.
So Shalom, I might do a video on that eventually.
Yes, Terry.
So
it
takes a long time to weave fabric.
I have no memory unless it happened 40 years ago.
It's not going to be a one-night project.
No,
it's going to be like a 5-6 night project at minimum.
Well, it depends. Okay. No.
Well, or he might actually need a bigger loom to do it on because those shoelaces are so long.
I'm still mad I passed that. There was a loom at a thrift store and they just didn't have a price on. No, I think they wanted like $70 or something, and I was trying to get a hold of people to see if it was worth it. But then I looked at it and I was like, I could make one, because if it's wood, my brain is like, oh, I can make it.
Yeah,
if it's wood in my head, I'm like, oh, I could just do that in my house.
Okay, and now you need to find the time though.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can make everything because golden bobbin's coming eventually. I'm not gonna. Let me write that down. I haven't forgot about it. But
I mean,
yeah, it's just the time.
He's got all year.
He does. Well, he has as much time as he wants.
I'm actually gonna. I have to call the electrician anyways because my doorbell does not work. But for some reason, randomly, if someone walks up and touches it, it works. It scares me.
Okay.
Because it hasn't worked in years. It hasn't.
I had that problem in the house. So the last house we lived in before we moved up here, we were there for 2 years, It took them a year and a half to find the problem. We were renting, but
Mhm.
it took them a year and a half to find the problem. There was a short circuit in the attic, and it could have started a fire. We were lucky that it didn't, but they came in and basically started testing every outlet to find where the problems were, and then they found the wiring and found the problem.
Well, I know it's ran like because the front door is literally right there. Because I'm in my garage, so I'm like almost level with where the doorbell is, and
Uh-huh.
I watched the person who put it in. I watched them run it like literally like a foot. So I
Okay.
know it's like literally it's accessible.
Yeah.
But just in case you have any other electric stuff going on, if any of your other outlets don't work, just saying.
It's just me.
Okay.
I am a walking, talking like, how are you still here, sir? How are you still here, sir?
We had one outlet in the house that didn't work, and it was on the same circuit as the doorbell. It was the craziest thing.
What era is macrame from?
The 60s, 70s.
That's what I thought.
It was really, really popular in the 70s. And then people still had it left over in the 80s.
My grandmother quit decorating in the 70s, so I guarantee you I probably have some in storage right now.
You probably do. It might have been Alibaba.
I'm sure you have enough scrap metal in there to make a shoelace loom.
Yeah. I mean, just hammer nails into a board or into a wooden frame.
I would love to learn how to spin. Me too. When I saw that, I was so excited, and I left. And see, this is rule number 1. And I could hear the person who taught me how to thrift. I could hear their voice. If you like something, buy it right then and there. Don't walk away. Don't Google it. Because this person didn't understand the modern era. They were like, why are you looking stuff up? If you like it, just get it.
Yeah. Because you never know. It'll be gone as soon as you come
it'll
back.
be gone.
And then you'll
Yeah.
never see another one.
I went and got a donut and came back and it was gone.
Oh, a donut.
That donut saved you from the purchase, but it did not save you from the regret
Yeah.
and the FOMO.
How was that glazed donut?
Glorious. I had a couple of them because I can't just eat one.
Yeah. Mm.
It's a Pringle? Okay, gotcha.
And I've graduated from chocolate milk because I'm a grown man. I drink coffee with it now.
Oh,
With
today
lots
is
of cream and sugar.
Today is National Gourmet Coffee Day.
Ooh, to all my bougie coffee people, I see you. I see.
Yeah,
I got you.
That is today.
This is just a Starbucks cup. I actually brewed my own at home.
Oh, this hat is so real. They're gonna make fun of me at my job when I walk in on Monday with a real Stetson.
Are any of them watching your live?
Probably to tell their friends, like, hey man, hey, you want to see my boss?
If they're not watching your live, then you can walk in and pull it off. And just start asking them, what are you talking about? What hat? I'm not wearing a hat.
This isn't
what
new.
hat? No, just act like the hat doesn't exist.
I work around all men. It is the cattiest environment you've ever seen in your life.
Worse than all women working together?
I think it doesn't
all
matter.
Men is worse than all women.
No, I have this theory because my job actually is 90% women. My department is 99% men. Like we are the percentage of the men at my job. Because every other employee is a female, which I don't have a problem with that in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
it's just it's catty at my job. I do macrame. That's awesome. And that's from my experience. I worked at a factory in good old Stockton, California, and it was all men, and it was the cattiest. Just people were talking. It was like junior high school.
Oh, that's sad.
When you get a whole bunch of guys together, they typically don't grow up anymore than middle school locker room. So
I can see this. Yes.
Yeah. Women, we are in high school. We are permanently in high school. So we form the little cliques and the little groups. So I might not talk to Martha, but Martha
but
doesn't.
you're not gonna. Are you
You
gonna
know.
wait for? Are you gonna wait for Martha in the parking lot and duke it out with her? No,
No,
men
that's
are
not what
men
girls
will
do in high school. But that's what boys do in middle school.
men, oh,
Oh, word.
oh, knitting was invented in the 12th century in the same area. It was a craft only men did a long time ago, and they knit pillowcases for Sultan out of thread. Wow. I can't, do you know what's funny? Like, I look up the history. Have a
Have a
great night,
great night.
Mona.
Oh,
Yes.
good night, Mama.
I'll see you later.
Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. And again, I want to say congratulations to your first flight, Coach. First flight. Didn't
Very big
crash or
congrats.
anything.
Oh,
Proud of you, kid. You landed. You didn't even scrape the deck or anything. Good job.
I went solo. That was tough. You should have saw my watch. I was going at 93 beats a minute. And then all of a sudden I clicked the live button and it was like up to 115. And I'm like,
Like anything else, you'll get used to it. And I know that's a terrible analogy, but
well, that's what I said. It's like the first day of school. You don't sleep, you don't do anything. You're so nervous to meet all these new friends, or I call them friends, but they're really, your students. And but yeah, but like on your 6th year of your first day of school, I didn't feel it. I was like, it's fine.
all right, let's go back to.
And for anyone who's on this channel and wasn't able to watch my live earlier, you can go to So Blessed by Jess.
Yes, go
and come hang out with me. I make this beautiful shirt that I'm wearing. I am now Tender Heart Care Bear.
Oh,
so.
All right, let's continue cleaning this. Do you know I laughed?
It was fun.
I kept on moving stuff, and I laughed when I saw this because I completely forgot about this box.
Mm.
A lot of this is going to get scrapped because this is just scraps. It's a kufi. I've made hundreds of. Let's see if it still fits. My head is so. Oh, it does.
Yeah.
I love my kufi. I made hundreds of kufi. And I'm not kidding you. In Nigeria, if it's to the right, hold on. I made a video about this. If it's to the left, you're married. And if it's to the right, you're a wedding singer. And I'm not kidding you. There is no other difference. So now when I watch Nigerian television, I'm looking at everyone's kufi. I'm like, he's married.
Left or right.
He's married. He's a nightclub singer. He's married.
Kilroy says it looks like you're wearing a pencil eraser.
I got really artsy fartsy with my kufis. They're not supposed to be this high.
Oh.
But I got really artsy fartsy, and I either would get love or hate mail.
Let them hate you. They don't know.
Right. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Now that you have an attorney, aka who's our attorney? Alibaba's our attorney still.
Not that kufi with scraps and then you can stick the needles in it. It's not a bad idea.
Okay, so you guys, my phone just like popped up with what the temperature is outside, but my computer says something different. We are no longer in the single digits. We are -1.
Yikes.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to be the negatives the next 2 nights.
See, I don't miss that life. I really don't.
Hey.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What in the world?
More fat.
Oh, shoelaces. Okay.
I have an obsession with fat. I love fat shoelaces. I love that look. I'm stuck in a certain era. I wasn't even alive during the 70s.
I just couldn't figure out what they were at first.
Oh,
love
Kilroy's the attorney. Yes, Kilroy.
Yes.
Sorry about that, Kilroy. I do apologize. I overstepped by saying
Oh,
Ollie
yeah,
because I haven't really talked to you about this in a long time.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
got corrected. That's way
Yeah,
too
I do
cold for me to listen to her yet.
I do
oh,
apologize.
great times.
So we'll talk Kilroy later.
Tell me that's way too cold. Oh man, I don't
Yeah.
even want to ask because I feel guilty asking now after you
All right,
told me the
Kilroy,
truth.
where are you?
More
Because
black
negative.
shirts.
Oh, you have another one.
Are those your bandana shirts?
Well, yeah, because I would
Or is
get
that what you just?
I would get like 4XL, 5XL, and because the logos are bigger on the bigger
Mhm.
shirts, but then I would cut. I had precision cuts with them.
Yeah.
Oh man. Gee, William, why were you up all night doing laundry? I don't know.
15 degrees Celsius, Holly. I don't miss living up there either. Mm-mm. When what was it? I think Olivia was 2 years old when we went up to New York for Christmas, and it was 40 below Fahrenheit
Good
at
grief.
night. And it's just the wind was howling. It was just
Yeah, we have hit 40 below once since I've been
Sorry,
here, I
Ollie.
think.
See, Ollie, I'm getting confused because I know you're the points adjuster. So, which we will talk later. I will text you later, and we can go back and I'll try to find some video evidence.
Yeah, it's -1. It feels like -7 right now. It's not as bad, but Monday night's gonna be brutal. Monday night's gonna be the bad one.
-15
Celsius.
Celsius.
So it's even worse than you think.
I know the conversion. The
Oh,
only
okay.
reason I
What is it
do,
again?
no, but let's be real. The only reason I do is because I asked the A word a million times and finally figured out the math. Because it just kept on saying the same. It's the conversion.
Okay.
Also, I'm not. This is for when my house gets raided.
There's video evidence that you have been raided.
All right, so -15 Celsius is actually 5. So that's actually warmer than it is here.
Oh,
I'm way
Yeah,
behind.
'cause- It's 52 and she's freezing. She's under a quilt. Are you under my quilt that I sent you? Gotta
This is
ask.
probably the same here.
Law tube.
I know. I deleted that, but there's more evidence.
Evidence tampering. Temp now 9 feels like negative. Yeah.
And I promise I won't splice videos together. I promise I'll be really good about things. Yes.
So
That's
I have
right.
a,
We're gonna need like a montage of all the points you've
And
accumulated.
I'm about done with this whole points thing anyway, because I know it'll never happen. So I'm just gonna come steal it. That's the easiest thing to do. I can't just sit here.
I bid you good luck.
I've already showed you
Is this
evidence
like a
that
Pierce? It's like a Pierce Brosnan movie. You're gonna be like a
I
jewel
sat in that
thief. You're gonna
seat.
come in here like Mission Impossible.
I'll show you a picture. I was in that seat.
Yay, Laura! Thank you.
I used to wear fat
I'll
laces.
find it.
I love that. I never grew out of that style, and I have one of each glove. That is the oddest thing. I guarantee you, in this house, these gloves are around here somewhere. Oh, that's odd.
Did you already empty everything out of that trunk?
Yeah, it's all
Everything's
empty.
out.
That trunk is completely emptied. It was just scraps, and it was taking up so much space. It's gonna be returned to the wild. I'm either gonna bolt it to a truck or I'm gonna put it on the side of my house.
Mm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And it won't be IA. No.
Okay, so I completely forgot about this, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh man!"
That's
Especially
woven, isn't it?
with my cowboy hat.
That's a hood.
This
Oh, it's a poncho.
This is a fake blanket that they sell to, like in Mexico. This is what they sell to tourists. This is actually well made, but it's machine made. I would never cut a hole if this was made by hand by the wool blankets that are made on the Yucatan. I have a few. I have quite a few, actually. I sleep with a few. And they're not just cool to look. They're not just cool things that you put on your motorcycle.
She's
Because
cuddled.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
She's cuddled up under the quilt she won from me from Show and Tell in October.
Yay. Oh sure, deep fake AI.
I know he's. See, and I wasn't even thinking that, Ollie. I really wasn't.
Wah wah wah. Wah
awesome,
wah
Laura.
wah.
Now you really
Wah
need a
wah wah
horse.
wah.
That can't be a
Wah,
tractor. It
wah,
has to be an
wah.
actual horse.
Wow, wow.
Do they still have like
Ma'am.
the coin?
Ma'am.
The coin
Sir.
operated horses? Like
No, not like in my area. When my son was a little guy, they had like fire trucks and stuff, but they don't have like you have to go around here. We still have like arcades. And we
Okay.
they have them
Mhm.
there, but that's just for people who are addicted to nostalgia, like myself.
Well, then you need to go ride a horse there.
Tammy, a merry-go-round.
Yes, a merry-go-round would work.
The only merry-go-rounds I know that we used to have one at the mall, but the mall doesn't exist anymore. It's all shut
No.
down. The only one I know they're
Shalom.
at amusement parks, Magic Mountain, Disneyland, and the zoo. Those are the only ones I know where they still have working carousels.
Yeah.
Oh,
I totally
I need to
agree
find a
with
carousel now.
Shalom. 26 and
It's a Clint Eastwood one too.
It is.
A long
Absolutely
time
is.
ago. This is actually from when I didn't know what I was doing. I made a video, and the opening is that wah, and I do the fake guns and everything. That's back when I really was looking for producer credits in my videos.
So now you need to do that. So you've got a Saturday Night Live intro. You need to do a Monday Night Live intro.
Okay.
And it needs to include that poncho. It must include that poncho.
I was thinking about adding I thought I added a hood on this one, but I added a hood on another one because there was an actual blanket I found at a thrift store, but it had a hole in the middle. And I'll never forget the lady was like, "What are you gonna do with this? This has a hole." And I was like, "Do you have an email? I'll send you a picture." Because I instantly knew what I was gonna do with it when I purchased it. And I was like,
Yes.
"Wash it up." Absolutely, because there's a lot of fabric here. You gotta flip it up and move your hand.
How long, Josie William?
I like it. I like it. Patent pending. Hey, Nancy. Hello.
Hi,
Great to
Nancy.
see you. Yay.
It goes in the journal.
Now I want to find the other one. You know, and that's the one beautiful thing about not buying. I'm not kidding you. I have reconnected with all the stuff I've made. This is what I love to do. This is who I am. This is like me expressing all, and a lot of this was during COVID. I was bored.
Yeah.
I was bored.
We had no idea.
So I was sewing my face off.
Thank you, Nancy. I'm wearing the shirt, Nancy. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You did a great job. Sorry, my neighbors they're
Oh, I thought you were looking at a hockey game.
no, my neighbors are fresh. They're like fresh out of high school, and they're in that weird limbo of like, what do we do with our lives? And they're hanging out a lot, and I'm like, it's cool when you're 19. It's weird when you're 39.
Shh! Don't tell them all.
Just some life advice.
Just let them be. Let them be weird. That's
So
predictable.
they party like, they're. I can tell they're partying, so I'm keeping my old mouth shut. Oh, we're losing to the Kraken.
Shut up.
Well, it's only
Why?
one.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your people over there?
We're in the playoffs every year, just like your team. Just like your team. Yay! Hello, Nancy. Some makes her great so well. Interesting is this you know what though? I can tell I cared because I measured it because this is exactly down the middle. Like it's perfect in both directions. And that's rare for my early makes.
It looks like it's comfy though.
It's warm. Like
Yeah.
it's creating some warmth under the blanket. And this isn't even this particular blanket is made for tourists, so it's a little bit more thin. The ones that I have that I sleep with, they're thick. And I have one that my mom told me is probably the same age as I am, and I sleep with it. I wash it in my washing machine. It's 100% wool. It's still here. I rode around with it on a bike for a couple of years.
Hey, if it keeps you warm, why not?
Oh, those things are heaters.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
are
they are.
absolute. That's why it makes me laugh when I see like the newer generation because they'll have these blankets on and these are warm, but like the real ones are thick. It's like it's just nothing but wool on top of wool on top of wool.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said about something that's made by hand.
Yeah.
It's better made than anything made by machine most of the time.
And in Mexico, like something that took somebody, I don't know how long to make it, they're selling it for $25, $20. You could negotiate, you know. It's crazy. I feel like they're giving it away. There was one time we were on a cruise and I bought a poncho for myself and my son. And this lady started crying. She's like, "Thank you so much. I really needed this money." I was like, "Oh, hold on." I was with a party of people. I said, "Everybody buy something off of her cart." When everybody bought stuff off of her cart, she closed her cart and left. She's like, "I'm going to go feed my family. Thank you."
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Mexico
Well,
is not further.
well, I mean, now
It's like
even if they
tenderheart.
tell you, yeah, even if they tell you it only took them an hour to make it, it only took them an hour to make it because they've been making them repeatedly. Like they're constantly making them. So it's the skill that you're getting, as well as so they can sell them for cheaper because they're so skilled at it.
Mm.
Yay. I think he ever got COVID. He's doing better. He drove today. I'm so glad to hear that, Nancy. It wasn't COVID. I keep having strokes. My count is 8 now. I'm collecting them, I guess.
Mm.
I knew somebody that had 9 heart attacks and over 30 strokes.
Mm.
He was a larger than life kind of person, actually.
Yeah.
And he played. He kind of looked like him. It was weird, but he played Beetlejuice at Universal Studios. He walked in, and they were like, "Please tell me that you want to be Beetlejuice." So he was Beetlejuice at Universal Studios in the 90s. Damn it, did you set your room different?
No, I just I zoomed out. So normally everybody can like see from like here over maybe, but
And you flipped
like
your
I know.
camera too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a new tripod, so now I can put the camera where it needs to be versus where I had a place to put it. So, yeah. Ooh, we get to see William's neck. Okay. Oh, cool. This is a where. Oh my gosh, William. You could totally pull off a Where's Waldo kind of thing.
Oh, with this
Where's
on, I could
William?
hide in here. With this, I could just if I didn't move, you wouldn't even notice me at first.
No. You were
Where's
totally
William?
camouflaged.
Well,
And you just have to find a
Where
different
in
place
the
in the room
this?
to set yourself up at each time. So we have to look for you.
Oh, and for the record, hold on, let me switch my camera because I want Ollie to see me successfully pick up my bagpipe. A long time ago,
You
I live stream,
Scottish man.
a long time on a live stream, I conked myself in my skull.
Oh,
And it was concerning because it sounded like I got hit in the head with a baseball bat. Because bagpipes are heavy. They're really deceptive because there's metal underneath this.
There's a lady that plays like all the rock songs on her bagpipe. Like she will people suggest tunes to her to play, and she's fantastic. I don't think I could ever get the hang of it. Oh no. Not good.
hi Sojo, how are you?
Hi, Sojo. Hi, Mary
Welcome
Jo.
in.
Trying to finish that neck for over hip. No, I'm telling you, Shalom. This is when I didn't know what I was doing. I just cut it with a pair of scissors, and I used to wear this, so it slowly got ratty. And I tried to sew it over, but I used like a zigzag stitch. I had no idea. This was like years ago. I made this.
Ollie said he can still hear the sound.
Hello, Sojo. It sounded like I got conked with a baseball bat. It was the conk sound. It was real.
As long
You
as the
didn't get a
baseball bat
concussion from it?
itself wasn't real, we're good.
No, it was my bagpipes because I was moving something in my closet and they all came crashing down, and it was like that perfect moment where I moved and it hit me square in my skull.
Well, bagpipes is one instrument.
I have to fill this up with the air compressor. And I laughed because I have so many air compressors, but I moved everything and I found a 4-foot air compressor in my closet today. And I was like, oh yeah, I was wondering where this was. I used to have it sitting right here.
In your closet.
Well,
Where your clothes are.
when I would refurbish sewing machines all the time, I'd have, my air nozzle.
Oh yeah, you need it for cleaning the machines.
Especially when you find a machine that hasn't been touched in like 30, 40 years,
I had one that had pinto beans in it. No joke. It had straight pins and pinto beans. Had like 1.5 pounds of pinto beans.
That's so interesting. There was one time, there's a Kenmore in this room. I could not figure out why it wouldn't turn. And it would literally wouldn't turn. And finally, I looked, and there was the Kenmore screwdriver was sideways in the machine. and I just got my camera. I got my long tongs, and I was like, is this real life? And on camera, I pulled it out, and the machine fired right up after.
Amazing.
I will have to look for that picture. I took a picture of the beans and the straight pins that I pulled out of that machine.
This bag is so empty, Nancy. I literally have to fill this with an air compressor. There's no pressure in here.
We're not going for an asthma attack tonight.
No.
I would need a nurse standing by to ask me what is wrong with you, sir. Sir, excuse me.
I'm just trying to.
Have you lost it?
I'm just trying to satisfy
I'm
my.
pretty sure there's a nurse in the chat.
Probably.
I forgot about that. It did give me a goose egg. I did forget it, and it was live, so I couldn't even front because it just started growing and growing. I forgot about that. No, it's because I've never seen an affordable one. Accordions are so expensive.
They are.
Even used. I want an accordion so bad. That's the one thing I don't. That is the one thing I don't have in this room. It's a new day here in the House of Sewing. I feel invigorated. I feel inspired. I have a few designs in my head of a few things because I'm sitting here with all this fabric and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this.
I can't wait to see your makes.
Our volunteers tribute is there.
I was laughing about that. I was waiting for you to get there.
Deal. Oh, I love slam. Oh.
I love Kilroy.
clean out your spare room and turn it into a nurse's station. Oh, we have nurses at my job, and they all the time they give me a hard time.
Because they know you're going to be visiting, right?
They know. Well, they know how extremely unhealthy I am. Or like the other day, I was walking towards the office, and there's the old office right here, then there's a residential admin building where all the nurses and all the other admin is. I was walking towards the old building, and I was like, coughing. I turned and looked. The nurse literally pulled the window, looked at me, and went like this. And then let the thing go, and then the curtains dropped. Like she was just shaming me for coughing. Sorry, I have 911 on speed dial. Oh, I wear my old
Pediatric scrubs, yeah. Oh. Hey, do you have any with Care Bears on them?
Because they know working on you is like working on a rusted out car. I would like to let you know, no, I am pre-embalmed. I come pre-embalmed. I am ready to go.
I don't even want to talk about that.
This is so much fun. This is warm. I forgot about how warm wearing blankets is. It felt good. Like, and that's another thing. I was going through my old jackets, and I'm like, see, I do care. Because I used to put pockets on everything. He just needs the Fonzie bang bang. I need a jukebox. Kick the jukebox, it plays the song. I have some with puppies. No Care Bears.
Oh,
Puppies works. Today's my puppy's birthday.
yay! Happy birthday!
He's 6.
Should I
He's getting
expose myself
old.
for more yarn?
Did you find more yarn?
Taylor, did you freeze?
She did.
It's always the good part.
She's back.
I almost took the sewing machine.
I am back.
Yeah, you froze.
Yeah, I got a connection lost, reconnecting message.
Yeah, I had that earlier.
But look at
She's
how
gone.
look at how trippy that is. Well, you can't see it, but it's purple and all kinds of
Oh.
crazy colors.
Oh, I like stuff like that. Yeah, it's like chunky yarn.
Homespun, Lion brand yarn. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last week. I'm gonna make a giant mess and then clean it all up. I like the fact though that I'm so sorry. What's that?
No, I said that's quite all right.
It just feels good to be able to go through all my stuff and know what I have and what I don't have. I'm gonna be up all night rearranging that room. Happy pup day. Happy birthday to your puppy. Aw.
Restream put her backstage.
Where is she?
I don't
Hold
know.
on. Oh. Sorry, I'm learning this new system.
You're good. I was sitting there trying to figure out what the heck happened. So they're like going to be putting in fiber like next week, and or starting to put fiber in, but they're going to do the whole complex before they transfer any of us over. So I don't know how long it's going to be with sketchy internet.
So I scored on the yarn, apparently. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that is good yarn.
It is good yarn.
I was in, it's so funny. That probably would have been double or triple the price here in California. I got that in Vegas for $4.
All 3 scans.
There's 4 in there.
There's 4 of them in there. Oh, wow.
2 of the purple one of that fancy brand, and then 2 others that I don't know what brand they are.
Hey, you got a deal on that one.
If
Yes.
it's related to sewing, I grab it. It's a compulsive, terrible habit that I have. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna buy it and incorporate it into my sewing one day.
Like, I can crochet a little bit, but nothing that I would want. I don't want to pick it back up.
I
There's
don't
one lady that
know
I
if
watch.
I don't know
Go
if
ahead.
I need something like that. Like when I it all goes back to when my son stopped playing with his Game Boy. He gave it to me for 2 weeks. I was like this. And I'll
Mhm.
never forget. I was sitting down with my mom and my son at the dinner table. My mom looks at me and she's like, brother, we haven't had this conversation in like 30 years, but you need to put that down, sir. Are you kidding me? Did you? And I'm like, oh man, like I was slipping. Like, so I would be at the dinner table just doing this. Oh, good times.
Yes.
I have a couple pairs of, and oh man, cleaning out that closet has exposed me for as many. When I was a kid, my parents did not buy me Nikes, okay? And it was more of their like they had ethical reasons of not buying me Nikes. And I had great shoes. I wore skate shoes, they were way cheaper. I loved them. My whole point is I have overcompensated in my adult life.
Hmm.
I have. And I purchased them I have purchased them, at thrift stores, but I now own like 9 or 10 pairs of Nikes, if not more.
All different colors, styles.
Sewing machine. And so
Yeah.
I need to have a honest talk with myself, and I might donate a few pairs.
Mm.
But then I need to not go to that store. I have this plan of like going to a thrift store like a couple hours from here and donating stuff and just not going back to that side of town
That would make sense.
or to that
Drop and
store.
run. Hmm.
Yep.
There was a long, long time ago, my father built it was a bench that he called it a workbench, but it was in the kitchen throughout my entire adolescence. As an adult, he donated it to Goodwill. And I was like, "Are you crazy? What are you doing?" He was like, "I want to see if someone's gonna buy this." I'm not kidding you. There was one day we would cruise the Goodwill to see if people purchased it or not. There was one day I turned the corner and I bumped into my dad, and we just started laughing because we would go there every other day to see if someone had purchased his workbench.
Hmm.
Eventually, someone did. They paid $100 for it too.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, I have done a Tom Baker scarf. I made a bootleg one. I made a wannabe Tom Baker scarf. Oh, fabric on ledge.
Oh, yeah.
The denim didn't want to stay anyway.
Oh.
Is that the first one?
I need to rearrange that whole pile. And that reminds me, I still have 4 tubs of fabric. That 5th tub is serger thread, but I still have 4 mini tubs of fabric
that you know of.
I think I've gone through every inch of my house so far.
Okay.
I was really surprised I didn't find any more rolls. No, because they went behind the door and I found all kinds of mic stands, all kinds of stuff that I forgot about over time.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing that this year then. Just reconnecting to everything, knowing what you have.
I've been running around like a crazy person buying all this stuff. I might as well enjoy it while I have it, while I'm still of sound mind and body to enjoy it.
You need to enjoy your things. If you're going to have them, enjoy them.
Because that's one thing I did judge my predecessors for, is that they would buy all these extravagant things and then not use them. you know,
All
and
right.
then like certain things that are important to them were not necessarily important to me, or you know,
Yeah.
there's some serious recreators out there. I'm gonna do something with those old T-shirts. I'm gonna be doing laundry for the rest of my life. I have to get to the whites. I have to watch the whites tonight. I have to. I have a lot to do. This is me talking in the mirror. So when I'm watching this later and I hear that, I'm like, oh crud, I need to get up and watch the white.
Whose chat was I in? Because they were talking about laundry. I said I do laundry every day.
What was that? Kathy's. She was
Yeah,
talking
it
about
might have
laundry
been.
today.
Yeah, or well, she was talking about laundry like probably last week because I don't think I was there today.
Last week. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I watched it today though. I was
Yeah.
catching up on all her stuff.
Yeah, because I was saying that I do laundry every day. And they're like, no. We're not doing laundry every day. I'm like, I have a small washer.
I do laundry every day. Every day. I try not to. I try to take time. That's why though I have a mountain of whites. And it's so much it might be too low. Because I've learned to not I'm a grown adult. I do not overload my washer or
Oh, good.
dryer. I'm an adult. I have patience sometimes. I think this is awesome, Ollie. This is absolutely awesome. One time I sold a jacket to somebody who was a rapper type. And the only reason I don't say their name is because they're not like too negative or too positive. You're kind of in that indifferent weird realm.
They're not controversial enough.
They are controversial, but they're not like I don't know.
You can't take a side on them.
They're not positive, but they're not negative either. I think also, but the real thing is, I think we judge people through our lens. I'm not from the same neighborhood. I'm not from the same background in any way, shape, or form. So I have a certain amount of objectivity when I look at people.
Yeah.
Because I try to look at them through the lens of like, you know, we're in the end we're all people. It's just we have different stories, you know.
Very true.
So I try to have an objective eye. But I'm human, so I do give people the Forrest Whitaker eye sometimes. Like, are you real? Are you real?
I will eventually get through this stack of pressing.
I'm so stuck in my punk phase, dreaming of buying Vietnamese Westwood tartan for some Vivian Westwood tartan. Okay, as someone who still wears vests and patches and buttons, I'm okay with that. When I was a kid, I was a mall rat, and I need to ask my neighbor what his name was. But there was a man who looked like the lead singer from AC/DC. He wasn't, but
Oh.
he looked just like he wore the hat and everything, and he was short. But in a weird way, he is the inspiration of the way I dress now because he was in his 50s or 60s and he was still wearing like Motley Crue patches and he'd have like just huge Slayer back patches. He was representing his era, you know, and he knew
Yeah.
that his time had come and gone. And music is reciprocal, but you know how many people are singing the Clash nowadays? You know, I was obsessed with the Doors when I was a kid. I was obsessed with the Doors. Bon Scott, Shalom, he looked like Bon Scott. It was like creepy, and so and like as a kid, like people would go ask him if he was Bon Scott. But I respected him. I absolutely respected him because he never. I love metal too. I'm really into black metal, but I respected him because he kind of like it was weird. I still laugh when I'll go pick up my mom or something, and I'm wearing a vest, and she's like, "Still not a phase, huh?" And I'm like, "I guess not." She's just more impressed that I've kept it up for 30 something years. Oh, the hat, so bright. Oh, probably what you know what it probably was. I'm inverting the two. I need to go get my T-shirt, and I'll just point at them. I love the Clash, but like even in my day, the Doors. You know, and that's another thing. I think because I grew up in a house where I had records that were readily available. Like my mom was obsessed with the Rolling Stones. She was obsessed with Earth, Wind, and Fire. She was obsessed with these groups. So I fell in love with them because that was the music at the house. Still to this day, I laugh. My mom in her house has the Red Hot Chili Peppers Mother's Milk on vinyl. And I asked her, I was like, why did you buy this album? She's like, I don't know. I just like the cover.
I need to get you this sticker, William. My friend just sent me. It says sewing is boring. It's kind of a smart people habit.
I like
Or smart
that.
or smart people hobby, sorry.
Oh, I like that. I've seen Kiss and Alice Cooper. Okay, so I really liked Aerosmith. I was in love with Aerosmith growing up. Get a Grip, like all like crazy, all that came out in a really pivotal time in my life. So I'm not a Kiss fan, but I went and saw Aerosmith and Kiss. And the funny thing is, Kiss was headlining because they are LA. They're not from LA, but they are very LA. Like they all live here now.
Mm-hmm.
And half the stadium walked out because most people came to see Aero. Like it was
Aerosmith. Yeah.
literally. I was sitting there. I was like, "Well, looks like I'm about to get better seats." Same thing happened with Tenacious D, but that's because I went and saw the gosh. I went and saw Jimmy Eat World, Tenacious D, and Weezer in Phoenix, Arizona. And when Jimmy Eat World came out and they tore the house down because they're from Arizona, they tore the house down. They actually won me over because I really didn't like them, but seeing somebody perform live, I was like, "You guys can really play!" Like they played Morrissey. They brought the house down. Tenacious D walked. Jack Black walked out. Half the stadium walked out. This
Oh
was
my
before Black
goodness.
Jack was famous. This was before the black, the Black Jack we know now. I'm an observer of humanity, so it's just weird when you see people in mass, or like when I used to go to hockey games. I am a hardcore Los Angeles Kings fan. Okay, I will sit. They're losing 7-0. I
You're
will
still
sit
there.
there. Yeah, I'm the guy when
Mm-hmm.
people are leaving. I'm like, "Oh, we won't see you next game." Oh, you're a fan. I'm that guy.
Yes.
Like you guys only stick around when we win, huh? Oh, oh, that's a banger. Oh man. So I try to stick around to the bitter end. But to be fair, in a place like Dodger Stadium where you're on an island, it is kind of smart to leave before the crowd.
Yeah.
But whatever they call it now, Crypto Arena, Staples Center, the artist formerly known as the Staples Center, it's in the middle of the city, so it's surrounded by parking lots. Fair weather fans.
Mm-hmm. Every sport has those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too hardcore. Like I'm watching the replay and I'm like, wow, I already know what happens, and I'm still watching the game. Like let me check my notes. Oh my gosh. My neighbor played minor league baseball for over 25 years. And it was so sad. Today I saw him like he has he has two kids and he's hobbled.
Oh no.
He was doing the Kirk Gibson walk, and I'm just like, this guy gave his body to minor league baseball. It's so
Yeah.
sad. He gave his youth.
Yeah.
Because growing up, he was kind of a local hero because he was going to go to the bigs. But so were a lot of guys around here. And because he's from the same neighborhood that I am, like, we always knew each other. And it's just so sad. It's just,
Everybody gets old, William.
I don't accept. That is
Everybody
true.
gets old.
He's not young. He's not like young anyway. He was a bit older than I am.
We're not young.
Oh, it's just hard. Like when I see him, I see my feet. He was walking and like he just had that walk like he was a catcher for like 30 years. Like you
Yeah,
could tell
that's
his
hard
knees.
on your knees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jess is giving me the look because I said that we're old.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not old. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyone else see AI show up on
I
your
think I'm the oldest one in this little group.
You are,
I am.
but I'm including myself that we're old. So if I'm old, you're old.
Okay. Oh, okay. I might
definitely
have some gray hair going on, but no, I don't feel it.
I definitely do, but it's only like 5 or 6 strands.
I still run
I
around
haven't
with my
counted.
10-year-olds. Yeah.
Do you have AI showing up in your channel notes?
No, but I've had some random comments that seem like they might be AI.
They've asked
Like
me.
after your lives.
Well, in the YouTube studio, they asked me if I wanted to enable an AI assistant. I was like, no,
Yes.
no. I was double
did get-
clicking no. Like,
Yeah. So she might have accidentally enabled it.
I think so.
So I think, just
she
got to
might
go
have,
back and just disable it.
Terry, you
Yeah.
should be able to actually take care of that because you might have clicked yes. Because like I take the surveys when they're like, "Oh, would you like to take a YouTube survey?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah,
Let me tell
sometimes
you
they
my
do.
opinion. Let me tell you my.
I was like, well, opinion, and they just want your demographics updated half the time.
Yeah.
That is true. I
was like, I'm
really-
still a female, still the
Well,
same age, still
No,
everything.
well, I'm really into
Like-
numbers, so I'm constantly like checking and I'm looking, and I'll
Oh, you're
do
analytical, are you?
the weekly. Well, I just want to see if my peeps from Russia are still there, and you are. Thank you. My people from India and Mexico too. Thank you very much.
I'm not
Gracias
feeling
por
those
todo.
people.
Gracias por todos. I just like to say thank you to
Aw,
everybody.
thank you. Did you learn how to say thank you in Russian?
I'm going to. I need to. I
on.
need to. Because there are quite a few people in Russia that watch my channel. Quite a few.
Hey, your answers
Okay.
are 2 for 2 now.
While we were on the AI, when you go into your settings, go into channel and your advanced settings, that's where it is. So it can either be checked or unchecked.
If you go into YouTube Studio, you should be able to disable
Yeah,
it.
Okay, that's where I was in the advanced settings for your channel. Go under your channel. Yeah, go to settings and then advanced settings.
It's some weird feature they're using, Ollie. You know, one of the things is I'm old school. Just because you have the power, do you need to wield it? In this one case, I don't need AI's assistance. Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Because, it's allow AI to use your channel content. Basically, AI can learn from your channel content.
Sparizda? I should ask my buddy. at the dispensary. He'll tell me. The owner of my local dispensary is Russian, and we talk hockey. He still to this day it trips him out that I'm really into hockey. So when I'm in there, like even today, we had a 15-minute conversation about the Kings.
So now we know where you were for 15 minutes.
He's a good guy. Like he's a good guy. I'm not one of those people who won't like. I respect all cultures. Like whatever. If you're a cool person, I'll hang out with you. You know.
So that's the goal then, William. Is if you're hanging out with someone, they're officially cool, right?
Yeah. I have a vetting system. I vet people.
So I'm cool. Yay. Thank you.
Yeah, you have to pass the tests.
I've passed the test apparently.
I'm old and cold. Hey, Ollie, me too. Me too. I'm cold all the time, and I like
Yeah.
I put on long underwear, and I'm like, man, I would not survive on the East Coast. I would not survive. Oh wow!
Oh, she says it's not enabled.
Be careful, because you
I
might have
don't know then.
see above.
Yeah.
Spazbiza.
Spasiba.
Spaziba.
Spaziba. Yeah.
Spaziba. I'm just putting some pepper on it.
You are. You're yeah.
It's because I
giving
hear
it a
people
little-
speak. Well, I hear people speak Russian all the time. All the time.
Mhm.
I'm not old, but I'm still cold.
I'm not cold.
Spasiba. Yes, thank you. I'm
Spasiba.
sure I just said something else. See, that's the problem when you're. And you know what's
Oh,
really
it's
funny?
probably just like Spanish. You enunciate something just a little bit, and then
Differently.
it's a whole different meaning.
Yes.
Well, also, like in Spanish, is gendered. So,
Yeah, it
like,
is.
depending on who you're speaking to, is how you would say. Well, depending on who is speaking, is how you would say something.
Yes.
Who is speaking and what you're speaking about? Because every item is either male or female.
Yeah, and so that's why
I can't
there's
keep up
lots of
with, with what's female and male.
Well, it's one of those weird things. You eventually just get used to it.
Yeah. I still just can't keep up.
As long as you don't put an A on the end of everything, people won't make fun of you. Well, as if you're a guy.
I have a southern accent, so I say anything in Spanish with a southern accent. And it's not very pronounced when I'm speaking English, but it is incredibly pronounced when I'm speaking Spanish.
So in my cleaning, I'm doing archaeology in the house of sewing. I am doing house of sewing archaeology. I found my grandmother, and I still have all the hard books. My grandmother was obsessed with Reader's Digest.
I love Reader's Digest.
I remember reading the paperbacks at her house, but I had no idea she'd been getting it since they had hard books.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Joyce. Welcome
Hey,
in.
Joyce.
Hi, Joyce.
Hello. French is the same way with gendering things. It's very funny that way. Yay!
Oh,
Great to see
Carrie, I'm already creating avatars.
I found this. I had to laugh so hard. And I have a couple of these. This is a coaster reward from Reader's Digest.
Oh, that's kind of
Grandma.
cool.
And
Yeah,
on the
right?
back, it's even like, thank you for buying our product and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate that. Those kind words. Thank you.
You absolutely hit a home run this evening. You did.
You
See?
did.
And now you got to do it every week for the rest of your life.
Well, I'm bringing you next time. Who wants to come? Rock, paper, scissors at y'all.
Hey, I'm weathered and leathered. This old cowboy is an old pro. I'm ready to go.
I don't want a
Well,
lizard.
Actually, he can. Oh, dang. That might caught me off guard. I'll take next week. Well, no, not this next week. I'll take the week after.
Well, I
hope
haven't
not.
even scheduled it yet, y'all.
I hope you didn't find your grandkids under all that fabric. I hope not either. My grandma was a slapper. I hope I didn't find her under all that fabric. My grandma was a vertigazo. She's got.
Check your Tammy. I'm going to text you for a second.
Do you know what's so funny? I have a ton of stuff from my grandma. My grandma, she would go to banks. They would be like, "We'll give you a full set. We'll give you a full set of plates." She would go sign up for the bank account to get the plates. She would always sign up for utensils, everything. So I have way more utensils than I need. You know what? I have secrets too.
Do you?
Maybe.
Isn't that hilarious? Why don't you don't have to know everything?
I don't want to know everything.
Good.
Ignorance is
Wouldn't
not
that be
only
funny?
not only is it a bliss, it's a party.
Mm.
That is just so
I remember
so
one of the
mean
jokes I
on
shared.
so many levels.
My mom got Reader's Digest. See, I miss Reader's Digest. Maybe I'll.
But I wouldn't do that. I couldn't do that. That's, maybe I would.
Maybe
Shalom,
I'll
you
be
can be
just
mine
psychic.
too.
Absolutely, Shalom. Come on, girl. Yes, I'll take you. Yep.
I am kind of working on scheduling February.
I haven't scheduled anything yet.
Well, I've been
I just
doing
gotta figure out
lives for a year
softball
though.
schedule, guys. Softball schedule.
Should I?
It's either
Okay,
that or
so should I make a hoodie tonight? I have to decide.
Yes.
'Cause I
Duh.
need a Saturday night project, so I'm not all up
You-
all night. Just
You
Um,
need.
I thought you were
to make
cleaning.
no, I am, but it is a couple day project.
Okay.
And I bought new racks. I bought new clothing racks to hang my stuff. I bought multiple.
Multiple.
Are they assembled?
No, but they're like wannabe. They're from Walmart, so they're easily put up.
They just snap together, right? Kind of in a
Okay,
way.
that could be your Saturday evening project, is assembling your clothing
Okay.
racks, because that is part of your organization.
That is true.
We can take that so that way you have a place to hang your new hoodie that you're going to make next Saturday.
So Shalom, you let me know when you're ready. I got you, girl.
used to get Reader's Digest.
And I'll even go on later knowing that you're on the West Coast.
Do you know I still get Scientific American?
That'd be all of you.
I actually have one of the Reader's Digest hardback books, and like it has made it. I got it. I stole it from one of my family members. I don't know who. I don't know who I stole it from, but I have managed to hang on to that book, and I stole it when I was like middle school, and I still have it.
I have one in my car right now that's about the life of Genghis Khan. Reader's Digest. It's a hardback in my car right now.
Mine's a collection of all the funny stories. It's the best edition ever.
The one thing I love about the Reader Digest, though, is there's certain stories like The Sea and the Ancient Mariner. There are certain things that I read in high school that we only read excerpts.
Yeah.
And so with Reader's Digest, I was able to read the entire passage, not just little pieces. I have a camera and a good microphone. Hey, if you want to join, let us know. And you can watch me knit along.
I mean, okay. So as secretary, you just let me know when you want to come on, and I'll send you the link. He'll say yes.
Yeah, I need. Yeah, anybody who wants to come join me, I just need to know that you want to come join me and what your schedule looks like. Tuesdays or Sundays.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I have to really figure stuff out.
You always stream when I'm during my MMA hours. That's when I have to go schlep my kid to.
That just sounds like a personal problem, William. You have to be there Tuesday.
Children, yes. Children are a personal problem.
Oh.
You have promised.
But he has to be in the chat on Tuesday.
You have to be in the chat on Tuesday.
Okay, so he physically doesn't. Okay, because I gotta,
he doesn't have to be on
as
camera.
secretary.
No, he doesn't have to
remind me. I'll be there. And Reader's Digest do. I'm still reading a bunch of Reader Digest books. They have amazing books. That's another thing. Like, until I finish the 4 books I purchased last year, I can't. I mean, last month. I'm not going to buy another.
That is last year.
Well, it's because I buy Star Trek books and stuff, and I blaze through the Star Wars, Star Trek books. But then I'll get something like on thermodynamics, and I'm like reading it for like a month.
William, last month was last year.
That is true. That is very true.
Just, I had to put that out there.
My granddad always has Reader Digest in the back of the loo in the guest bathroom. That's no joke. That's where I started at my grandma's house. I always know she had something to read because she always had Reader's Digest. And in a real ironic twist, I have all of them. Remember Classic Illustrated. Hello, Sylvia.
Oh,
Great to see
hi, Sylvia.
you. Great to see you.
Long time no see.
Yay. I have, oh man. when
Yeah,
I
she's
find
mine
that
too.
box, I have Future Life magazine. Do you know we were so optimistic in the 70s and 80s? We were
Mhm.
to see what life would be like now. There's this one magazine where it has a dolphin, and they're like, "We're gonna harness the powers, the powerful mind of dolphins, and in the future, we're gonna have dolphins with guns
Yes.
on their fins." Like they were crazy, just crazy thought,
Oh my.
and they
I
thought
love
we'd all be cyborgs. Like in the 80s, they swore by now we would all have computer parts. In a weird way, some of us do.
that's
Well,
true.
in a weird way. I mean, we use pig parts
But,
in operations, so we're
but,
getting
but
close. And
we have
then
computer parts. They fit in our pockets.
Exactly.
people have you know, hands and legs and different things like that they've
I was obsessed with 1950s futurism. We're
Mhm.
not wearing bubble helmets on the moon. I want to be in my 1950s Cadillac on the moon, like in those pictures. I
Well, we have
love
to create an atmosphere up there.
like
Yeah.
Walt Disney futurism. I loved that
Yeah.
as a child. I loved that. And Gran was just so heckin' Irish. My dad kept his old welding and boiling operator books in the bathroom. Hey, but I bet you learned something though. I bet you learned.
It's better than the shampoo bottle to read 50 million times, right?
Lots of drugs nowadays are made with computers, so you can count these as computer parts too.
Yeah, my parents had medical books, and so, yeah, we would look at medical books.
Well, my mom always got the DSM whatever because of her job, and
Mhm.
I would always laugh when somebody would reference the Boston Medical Journal. If you're ever bored, go read it and see if it makes sense to you. My mom gets it, and still to this day, she still gets it. I'm like, is this English?
I know we're not flying cars or wearing jetpacks. I'm feeling you with the jetpack thing.
I'm
Sometimes I
telling
have
you.
dreams that I'm wearing a jetpack and I'm flying through the air. It's fun.
Can I like just get a backpack like the Rocketeer? I love that movie. I
Just,
loved that movie as a kid.
William, just take the fire hose, attach it to the hydrant, route it through the backpack, and when you open the floodgate, then you're like jetpacked.
I'm less Wile E. Coyote in my old age. I need a promised landing. I'm way less Wile E. Coyote. Like that is some
That's
Wile E.
overrated.
Coyote stuff.
You don't want to
Hey,
land on an anvil.
hey, Brenda,
Mm-mm.
how's it going? Great
Hi,
to see you.
Brenda.
Hi,
Yes.
Brenda.
I
She's
don't
like,
want
hey, I am up. Yes.
Yeah. I saw you on
You're
Mona's
typing?
channel earlier.
I
Yeah.
grew up in a house around welding equipment, so I totally know what you're talking about, Kilroy. Hey, great to see you. Great to see you.
Mm.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. I love that movie. My dad would have his magazines everywhere. The one that would always stop me is that my dad worked for like NASA Rocketdyne and Boeing and all different types of companies, but he'd always have like some scientific journal. As a kid, I would be like, wow, this is literal rocket science.
Yes.
My mom
The
was a
things
teacher.
that amazed us as kids, right?
Because of my parents' love for science. It's one of the reasons I'm still reading Scientific American. I keep up on all the modern stuff, so I thank them for that. They
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
collecting sewing machines.
No, that's something new you added for your kid.
Absolutely, Sylvia. I see. My grandfather was an educator as well, and I think when I inherited his library, it felt like an honor to inherit all his old books. And it was weird to see the things that there were certain books I'm like, ooh, you hid this book. You didn't want anyone to know you read this book.
Oh,
And it's not the books you think. It's not. It wasn't even anything crazy. It was just like he would read autobiography. Like my grandparents were very 1950s. So when I say that, they were unbelievably traditional. So when I would find stuff like that, I'm like, oh, you broke out the mold for a minute.
I could totally squirrel right now.
Every year going to their club for Easter, I'm never excited. I grew up extremely like hardcore Roman Catholic.
Judy, you made
Hey,
it.
Judy, hello,
Hey,
hello.
hi, Judy.
Hi.
Yay.
Welcome,
She forgot
welcome.
me. She just said hi to y'all.
She's your
I
moderator.
feel
You're
left
close
out.
to her.
She
You're
is.
close to
She
her.
is one of my moderators. Really? I need to add more moderators, by the way.
My mom was a nun until 3 months before she met my dad, and
Oh
was
yeah, she
married
had
3
date
months
night.
after that. My dad was chased to the university for misuse of chemistry equipment.
So how was date night, Judy?
Yes. How
Where'd
was
you
date
go?
night?
What'd you do?
We have to
Well, don't
hear.
tell us what you did, but what you were.
Oh. Oh, I get my own hi. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was the same way, Laura. I learned so much that when I took the test, it kind of made me laugh because I could have like passed the contractor's test with with one eye and one hand tied behind my back. But it's just to me it was common sense. All books went back to at school start. Do you know what's
Oh,
really funny?
Judy.
Because she's not around anymore. My grandmother pilfered a bunch of books from the high school that my grandfather worked at. My grandma, she pilfered a bunch of books.
Mhm.
Whew.
That's
I'm
good,
gonna remember
Judy.
that, Judy. I'm gonna remember that.
Yay, just got home from date night. That's awesome. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah, Shalom. We had to keep it PG-13.
Let's see. Now I see it. Let's see. And played music bingo.
I love bingo. I don't know about music bingo. I don't know how to play that one, but
I actually won money playing bingo in Vegas, and I had never got such dirty looks from senior citizens in my life. They're like, "Get out of here! Get out of here, young and winning."
Yeah.
I wanted that experience. I went to a bingo hall because
Mhm.
I'd never been. I wanted that experience in my life, and I won. And I did the Super Bowl shuffle so they were extra annoyed with me.
Yes.
y'all let me know if this machine is too loud. I don't want to be annoying everybody.
So it was the
Just
first time I played, had a blast. Awesome. Awesome. That was so much
That's
fun.
sweet.
Melissa's gone at the end of the night. I miss karaoke. I miss that. There was one time I went and shocked a bunch of people. I signed up for George Michael Faith, but then I went out there and sang the corn version.
Oh, yes.
And when I was done singing, everybody was like, "That just happened. That just happened." Like I thought
I
someone
yes,
just
was.
that just happened.
No one clapped because I screamed. And I'm like, "Gotta have that!" Like I lost it, and nobody clapped. They didn't even give me the like standard like, "Oh, you were good," like the fake clap.
they're like that. What just happened for the last 3 minutes? They probably didn't even know that version
Oh,
existed.
I would totally
Mm.
fail that game so
I'll be right back.
fast.
It was a really stuffy bar in LA. A really stuffy bar.
Shalom was saying that music bingos, when they give you bingo cards that have songs on them, then you mark them off and the DJ plays a song. Yeah, no, I would totally fail at that. Looking at it one eye. Oh, yes, Sylvia, right? She says you have to know name of song. I'd lose. And they did karaoke last night. Yeah. Nope.
I'm pretty good
Nope.
at that. I'm pretty good.
But I believe you probably are, but I am not. That's for darn sure. I am not.
We did karaoke last night. I miss going to karaoke. I do.
I have never been to karaoke. There's like one when we were living in Montgomery. There's like one karaoke bar, and I never got to go.
I quit drinking alcohol like 14 years ago, and my singing career came to an abrupt end after that.
Oh,
Because alcohol lies to you, but tequila
Mhm.
makes you think you're talented.
yeah.
Tequila is like, oh, you can dance. Oh, you can sing. And then you watch the video and you're like, oh, I'm not
Oh
going to show my
boy.
face in this establishment for like a week because I'm embarrassed. I'm
Oh,
embarrassed of my own actions.
just a week.
Well, they were drinking the
Uh,
same tequila, so no one will remember anyway. You know, my husband's a
okay.
great singer and loves karaoke. I won't sing.
Yeah, I won't sing either. Beat Shazam. So my
Nice.
husband. So like, if you're playing songs on the radio or whatever, or I will play YouTube, music for my husband, and he tries to guess who it is. Like he's good at that kind of thing. I am not.
With me, within my family, I know so much 80s and 90s music. My husband tries to play a song that I don't know, and if I can't sing any of the lyrics, then he wins. And there's not many songs.
I'm like that with the 80s and the 90s channel. I'm almost like especially with the 90s channel, if they play a song and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know. I'm almost offended. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Like, how did I not know this exactly? Because I remember when I was 5 years old, I got my own radio for, like, my dad was a scavenger. And so I'd be in my room playing, just listening to my radio. That's all I did for hours.
The more I drink, the better I sing.
Yeah.
The more I drink, the funnier I am. I'm really good. I'm really good at duets. I love singing. You know what's so funny? I said this the other day. I miss going out and going dancing. We used to go dancing all the time, but they just don't have the facilities anymore.
Mhm.
Sign me up for that and we'll win. People don't dance anymore. We're not like, I don't know, it's weird. Are there just dance
Just a
clubs in
song.
your area?
There are some in Raleigh. Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure there's. I need to go find out. I will go by myself, especially on 80s night. I'll do the footloose dance and make friends.
No, I'm pretty sure you can still find them around.
When I lived in like Portland, because Portland was a smaller city, it was easier to find stuff like that. But here it is. I live in a huge city, so I definitely have to look.
Yeah.
We have non-alcoholic bars opening here in Louisville. Great idea, but thinking there will be
Electric. Yeah.
electric cigarettes.
Yeah.
And that's when people are like, they ask me, would you drink a non-alcoholic beer? I would. I'm one of those weird people that like to drink beer, but I liked it too much. That was my problem. I liked it way too much.
Beer is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I couldn't do it.
I don't drink beer.
I was a liquor girl all the way through.
Yeah.
Nope.
I absolutely love the taste of beer.
No.
It was one of those strange things. But I say that and I haven't had a sip in like 14 years. And I think all the time, like, what would happen if I just had a sip? I would probably be sick. Because towards the end, I started getting physically ill. So it'd probably just make me sicker than sick. Do you know, my club experience, I had really good at club experiences. But, it changes the vibe of the people around you. I live in a musical. I live in a musical. I sing and dance. Music, I'm telling you, I listen to music all the time. And my son is on this thing now where he's like, you need a wake up song. You need a song every day where you wake up. So now he wakes up and he's like, raw. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm not a wake up song kind of guy.
I mean, that's all the time in my classroom. I mean, 'cause I technically live there all the time, but there's music playing constantly in my room unless I'm teaching. So I do my 15, 20-minute lesson, and then there's just music, and the kids get to pick what they want to listen to. So
Absolutely. I
no
consider
work.
it like the soundtrack to my life in a lot of ways,
Mhm.
because
Yeah, I'm trying to make a playlist for them, but they just change their songs so often.
Yeah, they're kids. They're going
Yeah.
to.
Oh, Tasha, you're still around. Hey, Tasha.
hey,
Tasha.
Tasha, my son is 15. And then what Shalom is saying is so true because that's the one bar where people won't try to fight you. My son is 15 and he does MMA, so he's on these like hardcore motivational things. He's like in this hardcore affirmation phase.
That's actually healthy for them at that age.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
really good. Hi, cheeky cultures.
Oh, hi, Cheeky.
Hello. Hey, Cheeky. Hello. And I want him, especially in today's world where they're just constantly, and the internet's constantly trying to tear down your who you are. So I want him to have a base.
Yeah.
Yay.
My machine is not too loud, is it, you guys?
I mean, it's loud.
It cuts
Is
in
it
on the
loud?
microphone.
Yeah.
When Coach
I'll
is
stop
talking,
saying
it crackles.
Okay.
And someone tried to pick me. I did that, and someone tried to pick me up.
I've only gone to. No, I did.
Yay,
I've gone to
yay.
a couple gay bars. Yeah. Been there, done that. We were bar hopping one night. Mhm.
It's so much different now, though. It is so
Yeah.
much different now
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
it's more accepting to go into a place like that. So you will see people in there that
Mhm.
aren't necessarily gay. So it's not as like cliche as it used to be.
Mhm.
Oh, is it really already, Tasha?
Apparently, I try to. Oh, good times. 15 is fun. Every day I am like the fire department. I have to figure out what fire to put out in my son's in his emotional life.
So, I mean, you're getting close to like driver's permit.
Ugh.
So apparently they did it all across the U.S.
What's that?
So Tasha put in that she wanted to scroll one last hour on TikTok, but it's gone.
Oh, wow.
TikTok's gone.
So TikTok is now gone.
I would just like to say welcome to all my TikTok comrades. Welcome to YouTube. We've been here the whole
Yes.
time. Welcome back. Welcome back.
William
Welcome
has
back.
shorts. William has shorts.
Salute your shorts. I got shorts
Spans.
for days.
Oh, sorry. No, I don't call them spans. I call them spansies.
No, they're
Spansies.
spans. Spans are amazing.
Go check out his spansies. That's cute as
I
heaven.
only lasted 24 hours on TikTok. Yay! Could you insulate the mic stand from the table?
I like don't care about TikTok at all. Like I have it on my phone, but I don't care about it. But had to check
People
it.
used to send me links to it all the time, so I downloaded it just so I could watch whatever they wanted me to watch, but I never looked into it.
Yeah, I mean, I had TikTok, but like I didn't have it. I don't think I have any videos on it. Like I never did. I was never a content creator over there. So all those people that in the U.S. that have been using TikTok as their sales platform,
Yeah.
that's going to affect all of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for that. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Breaking news here in the House of Sewing. TikTok
Yeah.
is no longer accessible.
Yeah. So the message, like I screenshotted it.
Hey, Rita, I was wondering where you were.
Yeah, a law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. Yada, yada, yada. We're working on a solution to reinstate TikTok. So please stay tuned. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's no
TikTok
longer
is still
available.
TikToking in Canada.
Yeah, it's only the US.
It's
It
only
is
the
only the US.
Because he wants to bring it to the United States and somebody. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I had no idea.
Mhm.
I was thinking that they were going to do it on Sunday.
I thought it was Sunday night too.
I care a lot. I love
Oh.
TikTok. I am so sorry.
Oh, I
Tasha.
thought it was too.
Via
I thought it
too.
was supposed to be by It's supposed to go in by Monday morning. I thought,
Well,
but
look at us. We don't wait. We don't procrastinate. We do things
hi,
early.
Rita.
I've never been on TikTok. I didn't last 24 hours. I just didn't find people my age group. I
No,
felt like an old man peeking
That's
in. I felt like I was looking through a window. I was like, oh, I'm too old for this. Too old for this. Too old for this.
Yeah.
It'll be back. I have faith. Awesome.
Yeah.
Never joined TikTok. I don't have a bad thing to say about it because I really was never on the platform. I didn't even give myself enough time to even have an opinion on it. TikTok should have been ended years ago.
well,
Oh, hi,
The-
Rita.
Hey, Rita.
the problem with it is that it wasn't necessarily there. Maybe the kids will be safer without it. You know, you could scroll and get content that you shouldn't have access to
Yeah.
based off of your age. So there was content on TikTok that kids shouldn't be viewing.
Okay, but I
And
just would like to say for the permanent record, have you seen Twitter?
no, Twitter is
Twitter-
also not exactly the best thing in the
Twitter
world.
has
Neither is
become Twitter. I have a Twitter account. I don't use it anymore. It's a corn site. Just remove the C. Just remove. It's a corn site now.
yeah, it is. It is.
All that's on there, like.
Yeah. The thing with, and so Terry's right. She mean kids are on there and getting into bad situations. Yeah, because they're giving away private information. So like if
Are
the
you
kid is like,
streaming?
huh?
I'm replying to Tasha.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like, kids are showing what school they're going to, like the name of the school, all
And
the
they're-
other kids
now
were
that you
getting into it.
So sorry. Now that you say that, they were sending emails all the time because somebody would threaten the school
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok. And
Yeah.
then it's the literal sheriffs, like, we are aware of blah blah blah. And it's like, I wasn't aware, I am now because you are telling me, sheriff.
Yeah. And because it's not, I think the whole deal is that because it's not being run by any U.S. company, that the U.S. laws aren't being adhered to in the U.S. So
Wow,
he's trying to
I
make it
had
so that
no
U.S. law
idea.
had to be done.
Yay. So to all my quilt talk people, welcome to YouTube.
Yes.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome back. Welcome back.
Are you patent pending that? Patent pending quilt talk?
No, Quilt
I
Talk
got
is
that.
already
I
Quilt
got
Talk
that.
already exists.
Oh, it already exists?
I got that from Tasha.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I
had
just
no
thought you made
idea.
it up.
No, I had no idea it existed.
Where I have how am I not? I didn't know that.
I was just
Yeah.
reading what I was just reading what
There's an app for that?
well, it's gone now.
It's part of TikTok.
Oh, it's for TikTok.
So there's a subset of people on TikTok, just like there is on
I'm not
YouTube,
on
where we
I
have.
wasn't on it. I don't know.
Well, we've got a quilting track here on YouTube. They have a quilting track on TikTok. Is
Oh.
basically how it
And
works.
you're a part of a thriving, amazing, growing quilting community yourself.
Yes,
You are.
absolutely.
Yes, you are, William. Yes, you are. I am really looking forward to seeing you make your second quilt.
I'm going to. I have so much fabric in this room. We haven't even got to the tubs.
You are gonna have a project coming up. I'm just warning you.
Okay. I had over 1,000 quilting. See, that's terrible.
Yeah,
See, that's wrong. That's where I would be crying.
Yeah.
Mm.
that is the sad part. I mean, y'all
You
can
can't
always
even-
form a group over here on YouTube.
I have a really stupid question, Tasha. Can you access the message feature, or are you completely locked out
No,
on
we're
it?
locked out.
You're
I just thought,
completely locked out.
Oh, wow. Has there ever been anything like blocked out like that in the U.S. before
Yeah.
that people cared about?
No.
oh,
Not that people cared about.
mm,
Yes, this is the House of Sewing. But we're bringing him to the dark side, Terry. We're absolutely
of
bringing him to the
sewing.
dark side.
why can't quilt? Because we're sewing fabric together and making a quilt.
Yeah.
I mean, quilting is another part of quilting. Like we could
He
do
can
some.
be piecing.
He can
be
do piecing. He can do
Yeah.
patchwork.
Yeah.
He can do applique.
Oh, yes, he can.
Yeah.
We've seen the applique. We saw it tonight.
Yes.
I
So he
feel
has the
sorry
skills.
though. You know what though? I feel sorry for all the people that lost community tonight. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's
It is sad.
extremely sad. Because regardless of what you want to say, I've made friends. Man, during the pandemic, there were people that brought me back down to earth. I was like just not okay. And there
Yeah.
were people who utterly and completely helped me through that. And there were people I met on the internet. So that's sad when you lose that connection. This is definitely the House of Sewing.
Mm.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So that TikTok voluntary went dark and say hopes that it might help. Oh wow.
Mm.
It's a ploy. It's political.
Wow. Yes, that's exactly what I read. Wow. The mega cloud computing company Oracle is currently processing and deleting all TikTok assets on their servers. Wow. So it's
Not
actually
surprised.
happening.
It
Yep.
is.
And I'm not even saying this as a flex or like a butt snorkel. I was raised by boomers. I barely know how to turn on this computer that I'm sitting in front of. The only reason I know that is because when I bought it, the kid showed me on the showroom floor because I asked him. So TikTok, and I have an Instagram. I rarely go on it unless someone sends me a message.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in years. I have an X. I finally called it X. I have a Twitter. I don't go on it at all anymore because Twitter, it's changed, and it's not my thing. I would literally go there to post all of my upcycling. Like my Twitter is nothing but all of the things I upcycled over the years, like all the shirts and jackets. It's my denim obsession. But because I wasn't doing anything controversial, I was posting pictures of clothes with quotes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did you see my hoodie today? I'm starting. Yes, I did. I love your hoodie, Tasha. Make clothes. You guys are trying to get me to convert to being a quilter. I'm like,
Look, I went to your side today.
make clothes. You
Okay.
did. We have ponchos and hearts. Come
Yeah.
to the sewing side. We have ponchos.
So we're starting with baby steps. Baby steps.
That's amazing. What you're wearing is amazing.
Thanks. So I'm waiting for a quilt.
You can stand up, go like this, and solve someone's problems with that heart.
Is that what Care Bears do, right? They go, and then the heart kind of like
Yes.
I grew up in a house where I didn't have see over the remote.
You
I
are
had
a
an
Care
older
Bear.
sister.
What would you be, Tammy?
I was between, because I actually went looking earlier. I was depending on the day, I was either Share Bear or I was Grumpy Bear.
William,
I was one or the other.
one question.
Smokey Bear.
That was not a Care Bear.
It exists.
That's like that's the billboard warning you about the other non-Care Bears.
Okay. So besides that one, and don't just say Grumpy Bear.
Smokey's everywhere in California. He's reminding you he's like only you can prevent forest fires. He's everywhere. You go to Yosemite, Smokey is on all the signs. Smokey is everywhere.
Okay, you guys. What Care Bear is William? Because he is refusing
Care
to.
Bears there.
Oh, he's Cheer
Care
Bear.
Yeah, Cheer.
Cheer Bear.
You know, I'm just gonna have to go and watch Care Bear later. Smokey Bear, of course.
I watched My Little
Unfortunately,
Ponies more often than I
yay!
watched Care Bears, though. But I
That's
loved Care Bears.
awesome,
It was the
Sherry.
Care Bear stare.
It was a give us Care Bear stare. Just that's what it
Did I get
was.
points for it?
I think it's awesome that you're making clothes, Sherry. I think that's awesome. It's a passion of mine. So just as much as you guys are trying to convert me to quilting,
Nobody heard me.
make a shirt. Come to the dark side. We have giant cookies.
You're not the dark side. We're the dark side.
Ooh.
2 against 1. We're the dark side.
You're
the gateway.
Where is that cloak anywhere close? Where is that
You're-
blue piece of fabric?
You're the gateway drug to the dark side.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh, how dark am I? Oh, Tammy.
Yay! I am smoking.
I miss that.
I can't remember if it was tokes a lot or drinks a lot. Care Bear. Was there a drinky bear? It was the 80s.
No.
It
I'll
was.
find one for you. I'll find one for you. I'm assuming that Smokey was a green bear.
Yosemite is National Park Service. Smoky is Forest Service. Well, there's like where I live, there's Smoky signs everywhere. Oh, excuse me, Smoky is on billboards.
Ooh.
He's
William,
everywhere. What's that? They started putting a wildfire
I'm now
sign.
looking, but how many? This is where I draw the line. I'm just not going to do it just to do it for like 2 points.
The wildfire signs are they're good to warn people, like don't be a donkey here. Yay! Absolutely great to see you, Sherry. Okay, Tammy, did you use spikes though? Points for Care Bears stare, sure. Feeling charitable on a Saturday night. We had the opening. The new era. We're re-streaming. We're done. I've officially divorced from StreamYards. 5 years StreamYards and I were married. I'm officially
A
divorced.
glittery ray of light from my heart.
You can pretend. See? Positivity. My life has changed. See, it worked.
Oh, is your life changing? Was that 100,000 points?
Absolutely.
Oh, you just admitted the wrong thing, William.
I was reading the chat. I agree to nothing. I came from
Ollie's gonna
garment
get me on that.
background.
That's what he did last time.
One
He goes,
quilt and I was
so
hooked.
distracted. He was talking about something else. I'm like, oh.
I'm communicating. I'm reading
Photoshop.
Brenda's comment because I came from garment background and one quilt and I was hooked.
See, Brenda, that is the problem.
Yeah.
I do.
5,000 points. Ollie's going to give me 5,000 for that one. Look at that. Ollie, you are very, very just, you're in a good mood. Hey, how you doing? Oh,
we don't have them, right?
only 994,070 to go. There's your math teacher in me.
That's why I set the bar high, like on the other side of the moon, so high. Hey, we have bubble helmets. 1950s futurism. We got bubble helmets here in the house of sewing.
Okay, that is officially why sewing is not the dark side.
Wrong.
He's going to the bubble helmets. He's not going to the spikes and leather. Okay, that's why sewing is not the dark side.
Change it. Do not change it. Do not change it. You did your. Do not change it. Yes, don't change it. No. Nope. Nope.
The first one always works, Ollie.
No, the second one. Look at the second number. He added an extra 0.
Sorry.
No, hang on. There's another comment coming.
Sorry, the sewing delegation only recognizes the first answer, not the second.
No. That first answer's from back before.
Hello
and I are going to have this discussion.
Any changes made on the side are not reflected the views of the point system. We apologize for any inconvenience, confusion, and or attempted manipulation
There is no
of the
attempted
point
manipulation
system.
here.
Thank you
There's
for
no
writing my.
attempted.
Thank you for flying my so-called life airlines.
Okay, the official answer is okay, 50,030 points now. That is the
No,
official answer.
no, it's 5,300.
No,
For the
you
record,
can't go back
Tasha,
and correct that at that point.
I am just as confused as you are, and I work here.
Okay,
I work here,
so
and I'm confused. I'm so
You know
confused.
exactly what we're doing.
there's a green jacket at stake, and there have to be enough points earned for that green jacket to change hands. So in
You know
order
what?
for that
I'm going to
green,
tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what's really going to happen. Okay, let
Oh,
me
dear.
tell you a tale. Hold on.
Oh, good. You didn't make me
Really
bet.
going to happen? What's really going to happen is that I'm going to be so browbeaten that I'm just going to give in. I'm just saying. So I'm going to be
See?
so browbeaten. I'm going to not want to even talk about the place where I'm going to be like, take the coat. Take the coat.
Okay, Shalom. That is why the quilters are on the dark side. We have that power.
So, okay. So he said he wasn't going to give me the jacket. And I was like, well, can I earn points to the jacket? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, well, how many points? And he goes, video game style. And I was like, video game style? I don't play video games. He said 100,000 points. And by the end of the stream, I only had 30. 30. And then when we went and we did that like live when we were trying to figure out the stream, I tried to manipulate him. And then Ollie told me.
So yeah,
What's a big thing between Ollie and I?
Oh yeah, she's wearing me down. She has. And for
Oh,
the
I know
record,
she is.
for the
I
record,
told
Terry,
him
I
I
have a
only mentioned
bean.
on the stream.
Terry, for the record, my heart is a little bean, like in The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. My heart is like, you need a magnifying glass to find. Oh, now I have stink, stunk, just in my head.
I gotta send you that so you can put that on the back of one of your jackets or whatever.
Okay. Okay, Shalom. I've got to say this.
Look how she just granted me points.
I know, right? But Tasha doesn't have the power to grant points.
You don't have the power.
No. All right. So Shalom says that I make goodness and she makes badness. Okay.
You guys, this is all fun and games. You guys, know I'm just joking. I'm just harassing.
And for the record, Tasha does have the power. I've enacted in special emergency measures here in the house.
Okay, that is now you're now over 100,000 points.
I'm now over 100,000 points. Did you raise the ceiling?
No,
I told you I was going to give it to you anyways. So.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Stink, stank, stunk. He's a mean one, Mr. So. He dresses like Clint Eastwood.
You think it'll fit me?
How tall are you again? How tall are you? No, like honestly, flat-footed. How tall are you?
5'7".
It'll fit you.
Yeah, but your shoulders are wider than mine.
Oh, if you don't want it, if you're to go, you already have it. If you don't want it, I will rescind it real quick.
I want it.
All right, so I'm just
I know because you're just sick of the game. I'll play another one later on.
I'm just going to throw this out here. One of the quilts that I made last year has 4,800 pieces in one section of the quilt.
Wow.
I did not count the rest of the sections of the quilt.
Did you see what I wrote?
Oh no, no offense taken on either side. No, Shalom.
Dommy mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He's like the mafia. You start them out with light envelopes, then move on. Absolutely. It's called come back, get back. If he comes back, he works here. Only 1,000%.
Absolutely. It's good natured. Absolutely good natured.
Absolutely, Tasha. You have Coach has a victory. Coach now has a victory because of you.
1-0.
Just play it off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll make it up.
Baggy is fashionable.
Mhm.
I'm not out of that era. I don't dress like TLC in the 90s, but I wear clothes that are not necessarily form fitting. I'm so sorry, Mom, I should have understood the Did you ever, was there a phase that you ever regretted?
Like in what?
Did you ever wear something like, did you ever dress like Cyndi Lauper or like, and I know everyone's age here. Did you ever like,
I guess
I'm
when I
not-
wore black every single day. Like
I-
I went through a phase where I wore black every day.
Good night, Judy.
Thank you so much for
Good
stopping
night,
by,
Judy.
Judy.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good date night.
I wanted to wear black every day, and my parents wouldn't let me.
Oh, my parents let me do whatever, but
They refused to let me buy anything black. I don't know.
I've dyed my when I had hair. When I was in high school, I dyed it. First, I discovered because I had jet black hair that it was undyeable.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started
to bleach it.
bleaching my hair. I had tennis ball green. The only time my parents ever like, because I came in with like burgundy hair, my parents were like, you know what, I like that. So I looked like Sinbad. But then I bleached it. I bleached my hair tennis ball green. Well, it was tennis ball. Like literally, it was like literally tennis ball. It was bright. And my parents at the same time I walked in, they were like, no. I don't know if they said it out of horror or out of anger.
Both. Absolutely both.
The things your children do to themselves. But yeah, I went through a lot of weird phases. I wore Jankos to impress a girl and just kept wearing them.
Mhm.
If I could get in my time machine, I would go up to myself and be like, she's not worth it. I would literally wear this outfit on the corner. I wouldn't recognize myself. And I would just be like, don't do it.
Prince Ollie. I like it how you called him that. I love that.
Oh, hang on, I'm all in on it. There are complicated things I want to do. I still wear black every day, but my blue eyeliner phase was a little rough. See, I went through a weird phase of wearing hockey jerseys and sweatshirts. I dressed like Kevin, is his name Kevin Smith? The guy, I dressed like I was from the East Coast all the time.
Yeah. I went through a phase where I wore like I can't remember it. It was a pullover jacket, but it was, I don't know. I wore it every day.
I regret none of it.
10th grade. Oof.
But like you say, it's the ugly duckling phase. Because I look at pictures and like, man, those were some rough days.
You try being a 5th or 6th grader with glasses and not go through an ugly duckling phase.
I didn't get my glasses until I was 16. And the brakes went out of my car, and nobody believed a 16-year-old that their brakes went out. They all thought I was just not paying attention, and like messing with the stereo or something. So they were like, well, you need to have her take her, you need to go take her for an eye exam. And I need glasses, but they're not a strong prescription. They never have been.
Yeah.
Brenda, did you wear like the big skirt with the fishnet arms and everything? Because when I think of like, because I was there for her entire career, unfortunately, because I had MTV in my life, my whole life.
Yeah.
So I was there from her first song. What is it?
Starter jackets. That's exactly what I'm thinking about, Tasha. That's what I wore.
I didn't have one of those. I had
like 3 or 4 of them, and I just flipped through them.
I had a bowling jacket, like one of those members only things.
Oh, those are amazing.
You would have loved this jacket, William. It was bright green, and it had rainbow stripes down the sleeve, around the cuff, the neck, and around the bottom. It was rainbow, like it was bold rainbow. Back before rainbow meant anything other than just being a rainbow.
You know what? I will rock something, and I may not represent that group. I'll wear rainbows. I may not represent that. I will rock anything.
I walked into school the first day after I got that jacket. Like it was a hand-me-down from a neighbor. And it was back from I don't know how many years before. But I walked in and somebody in the class just whispered, "Taste the rainbow." So my nickname became Skittles in high school.
We used to say that about ravers. That's why I say, you know what's funny, Terry? I didn't start wearing my glasses until I was in my 40s, but that was out of stubbornness. I didn't need a giant starter jacket. I rocked a Notre Dame starter jacket until junior high. And I had a Dodger one, but then I didn't I wanted to preserve it. And so I had a Cleveland Indian jacket I used to wear all the time. And I had a Tampa Bay Lightning jersey that I would wear too.
Mm.
My brother bought me a jersey their inaugural season. It was huge. I wore that thing all throughout junior high and high school. My face started like 1989. I'm still in those phases, and there's nothing wrong with that, Rita.
No.
I wish I still had hair. But I'm too much of a wuss for plugs, and that hairspray paint stuff scares me. I just want my fro back. I would look so crazy with a real hairline, though. Like, you would be like, that's so fake, William. We know you're bald.
Good night, Sylvia.
Have
Good
a
night,
great
Sylvia.
night, Sylvia. Thank you so much for stopping by. Jersey Shore, 1932. Go ahead and starter jacket. Wow. When I found that Nike jacket at my mom's house, I would laugh so hard when I found that windbreaker. I remember that thing in like 1991, 1992.
We had windbreaker. Let's see, the whole basketball team had windbreaker stuff, like when we were playing middle school. It was so you could just hear us all walking down the hall. Oh, here comes the team.
Do the kids still dress like that? Do they still have windbreaker outfits?
Oh, they still have team warm-up outfits.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm turning 40 in a few months, and I'm squinting and literally just said, I think it's time for glasses. For me, in this room, I have a 32-inch television, and one day I was sitting in here back when it was on the wall, and I couldn't see the King score. And I was like, uh-oh, it's time for glasses. Because the TV is relatively big, so to speak. It's a bigger TV. I don't know if it's 32. It's bigger than that. But anyways, I couldn't see the score, and I was like, uh-oh. I hate starter jackets. I hate the material. I look for them just for the resale value. Like a million swap meets ago, this guy had a Ducks jacket. And I walked up to him like it was an old starter, and it was a mighty Ducks jacket. That's how old it was. And I asked him how much. He's like, I'll give it to you for $250. I said, thank you, sir. You have a great day. You know what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy high.
Are they playing
All right,
NCAA
Grace.
today?
Thank you so much for stopping by, Joyce. How do you feel about corduroy? I almost wore my corduroy Marlboro shirt today because I've been cleaning out my closet. I have a red corduroy Marlboro shirt. And when anyone ever asks me anything about that shirt, I'm like, someone smoked 100,000 cigarettes so I could have this shirt.
I know. I remember getting like a catalog or like something and go, Dad, this is what I want. But he would just get the other stuff. But he never got what I wanted. I was
Mine either. I wanted the boat. I wanted the Marlboro, the little P-Row. I wanted that little P-Row, that little boat they had.
Yeah.
Man, my pops did everything, got everything but that. I went my contacts over
This
10
wasn't
years.
his style.
He would have loved that little Marlboro boat.
But yeah, he used to collect them from all his friends and everything too. Oh, the smoking that happened.
But if you think
A
about it,
little
like with
bit
Camel
happened.
Cash, with all of that, how much of their life did they give away for a T-shirt? How
Mhm.
much of their life did they smoke away for a shirt?
Yeah.
I have Marlboro, also a denim shirt that I grew out of. 5 people have been like, "Do you still have that Marlboro shirt?"
It's a collector's item.
Not to me. When I'm at thrift stores, when I was a thrifter, I would grab
You
denim.
still are.
Well, I
You
know.
still are.
I know.
You can still go and grab some denim.
This belongs in a museum or my house. I am the Indiana Jones of sewing machines. Oh, let me catch
See,
up.
now you just need to. Oh, never mind. No loopholes. Never mind. We talked about this.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm a
good.
non-negotiator. I do not negotiate. When I say something, I do it. That's why, like, that's the one good thing about me and parenting, is that like no means no with me. When I say something, I stick to it. When the doctor said I needed bifocals for driving, I said no. I'm almost there because I can see perfect up close. I can't see anything. Oh, that's why I don't have to wear my glasses when I'm sitting up this close to my computer because it's right here.
You're nearsighted.
Super nearsighted.
Yeah, so that's why you
Hey.
have glasses so you can see far away.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not driving.
Well,
I'm
not
just
right
hanging
now.
out on YouTube. Those Marlboro boats broke in half. I wanted a mini P-Row so bad. I wanted one. So it was a fake P-Row. So you had an experience with Marlboro Miles too, huh?
Yeah.
I even had Camel Cash.
I don't. My dad never did that. It was always Marlboros. But he used to send me to the store to get his cigarettes for him when I was like 9, 13, you know, somewhere in there. And they would just give them to me because they
I
knew my
just had
baby.
a weird memory. There is a guy, he still owns a cigarette shop by my house. When I was in high school, he'd sell me nicotine products when I was underage. I was gone for 11 years. I came back. He's like, hey, let me see your ID. He looked at my ID. He's like, I thought you were older.
Sorry.
He never carded me. It's because all of my family was so much older than me. So he thought that I was
You
like
just
around
assumed.
the age of like my sister or my brother.
Yeah.
Nope. I just was an early bloomer.
Oh, almost spilled some water.
Oh, wow, Rita. I continued driving until 2019. I couldn't tell the difference between. Do you know what's really funny? I think my dad was like that. He stopped driving at night and he just didn't want to admit to us that he couldn't see the lions anymore. Come watch my channel. Absolutely. Please, everybody, come down to the Siberian wind. To the Siberian wind. Let me say that one more time. The Siberian wind. Please. For some reason, I thought your live was today. I was a day ahead. I was
That's
ready.
okay. I was supposed to go live this afternoon, but I was having to climb the stairs too many times today. So I'm going live twice tomorrow.
I get it. I totally get it.
So I've got a live at 12:30 my time, Mountain Time, doing temperature rings. Jess is going to be there in the chat.
12:30, right?
12:30 my time.
12:30 your time.
My time. 2:30
Right?
yours.
2:30 my time. Okay,
2:30
because
Eastern.
I have to rip myself around this.
Just
Absolutely.
to submit it to you for it. How do I do that?
For show and tell, yeah.
Yeah, for show and tell.
I'll
On
get out
Facebook.
the link. I'll get the link out for Facebook while you're in the chat, so I can go ahead and get you into the group and everything else, and then you're just submitting it through the Facebook group. It's really easy.
I was the same, Terry. I'm 5'9" now. I was like in the 6th grade. I was 5'7" with size 12 shoe. So people told me you're gonna be so tall, and I'm like, yeah, wait for genetics. Because I looked around at my family and no one was tall, and they were grown adults. I was like, I
And
know.
then 2 inches later, you stopped. Oh.
Yeah, I've been this height since high school. I say junior high, but I've been the same height since high school.
Thank you, Alibaba.
Me too.
Everybody wants to be there for Tuesday. You want to be there for Tuesday for sure. Tuesday is a giveaway day.
I remember Paul Malls.
So I'm 9 people away now, Tammy. I just looked.
That's not
From
bad.
what, 2000?
Yeah.
Did you see how close I am to my next
No.
like big
No, I
number?
haven't. No.
I am 6 away from 650.
Yay.
Yay, that's exciting.
So that is exciting. And to think at the end of October, I just hit 500.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of growth.
If you want a weird perspective, in the beginning of last year, I only had like 340 subscribers, like barely
oh,
400.
that's not bad. Yeah, you've grown lots.
Over a year, it's really grown. So when your moment, it will come.
Congrats,
Mm.
Terry. She just hit over 700.
Aw.
You're fine, Terry. You're fine.
Oh,
YouTube will scrub them anyway, unless you're like actively in them all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, and go subscribe to everybody. Tasha, I was so
Yeah.
impressed by your hoodie. It took me a minute.
Yeah.
I thought I was already subscribed to Tasha, and apparently I wasn't, so I subbed tonight. So I went
Yeah.
and
Love
subbed.
on each. Yeah. We gotta love on everyone. Absolutely.
Yay, Terry! Yay!
Tender heart. That's a tender heart moment.
And as somebody
Yes,
who's been
very
here
much.
for a while, just if you have patience, it'll happen.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm very patient. This is like gravy right now. Like, I mean, I wasn't expecting to hit 500 by October. So
Mhm.
And I try to remain humble because I knew people that would lord their numbers over people, and I don't see a difference
no.
at all. And I have a neighbor who he's a commercial actor, and if I don't want to give it away because if you watch TV you'll know who he is. But like I talk to him all the time, and he's like, I talk to him about success, and he's like, dude, I'm on TV. I have met all these famous people. We live in the same neighborhood. He tells me all the time. He's like, success is relative, you know. He doesn't drive a Bentley, but he has his name out there, you know.
Mhm.
Shalom, make sure I am there. It's gonna happen.
That could potentially be right, Kilroy. Absolutely.
Well, it also depends if you stick to your roots. Like
Yeah.
if I
Yeah. Well, some people
got
do.
famous and then
Mhm.
you know started doing controversial content or like
Yeah.
started going
That's what I'm
after
saying.
groups,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. That's one thing when I first got online, I decided to not be edgy, to not talk about politics, to not, you know, I'd rather be a uniter than a divider. I know that's cliche, but
You won't hear that on my channel either.
I would rather be positive
Mhm.
than negative. And you know what? I have bad days like everybody else. But then I come out here and I'm like, hey, today was
Oh,
terrible. Let's
Ollie, hold
make
on.
something.
I got you.
Oh, we can put our channels in there, can't we? Duh.
Yeah,
Never
he
mind.
wrenched us.
Yes.
Ollie, I can't believe we're not friends.
I'm
Ollie.
surprised that I didn't see Ollie over there today.
Well, because we're not friends. Ollie.
By the way, I just want to
Ollie, I
say,
thought we were friends.
good for you. No, good for you. You got your beak wet. You're flying now. You're soaring in the
do you mean?
clouds. I just
I
like saying
didn't.
that.
Yeah. It's like I didn't fall out of the nest and just fall on the ground. And just
Absolutely.
like,
No, live streams aren't like, man, go back to watch if you go back
yeah.
to my very first live stream from a couple years ago, I took a year break. I was shaking. You could hear it in my voice. I was like trembling in my voice.
Yeah.
But you get over it, you know? I didn't think anyone was even going to watch that live. Man, I had like 200 or 300 people were curious. They were like, where did William go? Why did he disappear for a complete year? Well, I was making videos, but I just stopped doing lives for a full year. Which I'll say to any
I understand,
YouTuber,
Ollie.
if you feel like you need to take a break, please take a break. We will all still be here when you get back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened when school started. Like it would be a month and then I'd put on a video. And then I feel like I had to apologize to everyone. But then another month went by in just one video.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't get back. And so I got back into it when Vlogmas came around. And that's, yeah. I don't recommend that. Oh my
And
word.
Gilroy, I would have to be consistent and remember, like, I'm not up in people's business enough to have a gossip show. Like
No,
the
I'm
whole,
not either.
like when famous people get busted, it's interesting to me to watch industries crash. Like he who shall not be named. But I'm just saying, like, besides that, I feel sorry for people because I have empathy. So when I see something happen to someone, I'm like, oh man, that could be me. Or,
Rita,
depending
you
on the
never know. I might have some more earworms coming down the pipeline.
I restricted myself to IMAX.
You-
See, but Ollie, you are doing a service for the community for people like me who hoard sewing machines. Do you know there's only been one sewing machine that I looked up that I could not find on IMAX. There's only one.
Huh.
Oh my God, I'm not kidding when I say I was pouring sweat my first time. Exactly. Like, oof.
Tasha, when I got off, I started crying because I just couldn't believe I did that. Like, I was just so emotional. I didn't think that I would. I don't cry. Okay. I'm hardcore. Oh, I was crying. It was an experience.
It always is. That first one is, that first one's rough.
I've been on for a while too. You catch it when you do. And
Yeah.
I used to have an edgy name and I grew up. And YouTube grew up with me.
But the thing is, you haven't changed. You just changed your name. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
probably would have. I would have watched you when you had your other name anyway.
But I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm okay with being friends with everybody. And I know that sounds cliche, but as long as you're not a ghoul, I could be friends with anyone. You know?
Yeah, because you probably read my name for the first time and go, ooh, who's this chick gonna be like?
I try not to judge, even if so, like, because people judge me because I'm from California, and I'm a Californian stereotype. I really am in a lot of ways. I changed my accent because I like really talk like this, like in real life. I don't even have to like pretend. I changed my accent because I knew people would clown me.
But the
If they
thing is,
knew.
but I didn't know where you were when I first saw you. I went
It's
back.
because I like didn't talk like this at first because you'd have been able to clock it real quick.
I remember. I know the first time that I went that I was in your chat. I do that with people, like, and I'll go back and find Tammy's. I remember hers too.
Yeah.
It's
YouTube
weird.
is
It's trapped in here.
YouTube is so confusing. They do that on purpose and they sign you out on purpose. It's because they're constantly looking for bots. So they've devised all these new ways. Like, this is my mega account. They sign me out and I'm like, and I'm a Karen. They're like, oh, are you satisfied? I'm like, no, I am not satisfied. You made me sign out. Why?
Yeah.
Oh.
YouTube will sign you out because they don't want you watching on multiple devices at the same time too. So like if you're on like your phone, they'll sign you out so that you have to watch on your TV. Like you can't watch on both devices at the same time. That will trigger it too.
The only service I've ever seen that's proper with that is Paramount Plus. They will not let me log in on my computer, have my computer logged in and my phone at the same time. They want me to pay for another service.
Stars
Oh,
does
yeah.
the same thing
That's insane.
because I couldn't watch Outlander. Like I had it on another device, and then I went to go put it on this, and I was like, "There's like you can't watch it. You have to pay." And I was like, "No." And so yeah, I woke up Dustin and said, "You need to go ahead. You need to fix this problem because I need to watch Jamie."
I love this saying. I did go from ashy to classy. No, it's real. But I've learned, like, on my I have an older it's an HD TV, but for some reason I can AirPlay my phone to it.
Yeah.
With no problem. So I could watch hockey, on my TV. It's weird. It's a older television.
Yeah, when I'm watching YouTube on my phone and I just want to put it on the TV, I just AirPlay it off so I can control it on my phone.
It just that new thing about blacking you out. Like, I was literally in Las Vegas and they wouldn't let me watch a Knights game. That's
Absolutely, yes. I think that's absolutely, it's wrong.
Don't
I don't
follow
care who
me.
you are.
Don't
No.
follow me. I travel. Maybe I want to be in Utah and watch a Utah hockey. I can't believe they're called the Utah Hockey Club. Watch a Utah Hockey Club game.
Yeti.
You know,
Are they going to be the Yeti? Do you think they're going to be the Yeti?
you should vote. I'm gonna laugh if they are the Yetis.
Oh, is it voting? Can we still vote?
Well, you could submit. You have to send it to
I
the
don't
billionaire
understand.
owner guy.
Mm-mm.
Your
It's not worth
parents
my time.
insist on talking to you about their my parents were old school. They talk to you with the door open. Like the new generation has no idea. My pops would be smoking in the bathroom. Like, oh, my
William,
mom
come here.
does all the time. Like that scene in Friday was real when Pops was like, "Come here, I'm gonna talk to you." Like that was real. Yes, you did, Dr. Patch. Yes, you did. That's where my account stiffer I pay for $5 device signing. At the same time, it bothers me so much about Paramount though. I'm a Trekkie, and they now own all. Well, CBS is always on Star Trek, but like
Yeah.
you know, it's all Star Trek is on their site, and so it just bothers me. It just bothers me. But again, that's just me griping about first world. I have nothing but first world problems.
Don't we all have first world problems?
No, I have to put it in perspective sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I've been going through all my clothes, and I found my old outreach outfit, and I was like, man, I have nothing but first world problems.
Yeah.
I have nothing but. We have been going for 3 hours.
Crazy.
We did our
Yeah,
duty
yes.
for Queen
Yes,
and Country this evening.
But it was a fun evening. We got to see a lot of things that you uncovered out of the closet.
We've discovered your glitter phobia.
It's not glitter phobia. It's
I don't
sickening
have
phobia.
glitter phobia.
You don't like my.
I don't like it when people cover their faces because I
I don't
can't
know
see
what
them.
Yes, they are. Yeah, absolutely. What is that
But
called?
let
We
us-
can figure out. There
but
has to
we're-
be. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We enjoy these first world problems. Let us enjoy these first world problems. We might have them.
But you know what? I'll let you think I have an issue. I'll let you
So-
think that.
Fun fact.
Hmm.
I haven't ordered anything off of Amazon either.
There I.
Oh, I can't say that.
Fun fact, I haven't.
Oh,
I'm taking the no buy serious. I live in a pet shop. I live in a.
No, because remember I ordered that book.
Well, that's because
Does
we're
that
going to be
count?
flipping through. That's it's gonna be our reference point.
Yeah, but does that count? Like
You bought,
towards-
yeah.
There's like no, like towards the sewing room and stuff like like what's that fabric? I said fabric.
That was not a Care Bear stare, Jess.
I know it wasn't a Care Bear stare, but he's just. I'll get him back. No, he's getting me back. He's getting me back because I wore him down.
Thank you,
Yes, you
Terry.
did.
I really
Yes,
am.
okay.
I live in a Goodwill.
Right.
Like I basically have amassed a Goodwill in my house.
No, just
And Tasha, for the record, I am an Amazon. I need to be an Amazon anonymous. I need to be
Rita.
front row in that meeting. I need to be like reading the minutes. Hey, Candace, how's it going?
Candace.
Great to see
No,
you.
it's that whole Darth glitter, whatever.
Darth
that
Glitter is.
Yes, it's that thing. He wore it the other day, and I just wasn't feeling it. And because I wasn't feeling it, now I have a phobia towards glitter.
Okay, now I will say this. I do have, like, there is no glitter coming into this
So
room. Like, I have
Yeah.
little glitter containers to go with my resin. They do not get opened in this room.
my face hurts.
They get carried from the closet
Smiling.
to the patio.
Yeah, like all day
Or something.
like the last 5 hours.
So Coach has glitter she's
Negative 30 points. What?
She's already hit the 100,000. It won't matter.
Ollie,
Tasha,
don't
I'm
make me
telling
cry.
you, I need to go to Amazon Anonymous. I need help. Hey, Candace, I need
okay,
help.
The entire Care Bear.
I'm about a handful of people that does not have an Amazon account. Rita, you're better off. And that's another thing. I checked myself because I was buying weird stuff towards the end. Like, do I even have the lung capacity for this?
Apparently you do.
Wow. You just impressed me. I was like, what is he doing?
Well, it's because I really wanted a talk box like Roger Troutman, you know, the want, like Peter Frampton. But like the real ones are really expensive.
So
And
Ollie,
I didn't want to pull the trigger on Amazon, so I bought that.
yeah. So Ollie, I'm okay with losing 30 points because I'm still at 50,000.
You were at 100,000. You get over it.
No, we're gonna play this game. We're gonna play it for a while.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, Tasha, I have a Amazon problem. I get bored. I've bought patches. I get bored, and I just buy everything on Amazon.
Oh, question for the people. I didn't ask you this prior, so I don't know if I'll get it. Did you go get your Amazon box? Your not Amazon box, so your PO box?
Oh, I'm gonna do what I need to. Keep asking.
You need to have it for Tuesday.
We talked about this yesterday. That you were gonna get it today.
I know. Excuses, stammer, stutter.
You can't go get it Monday.
And I can't get it Monday. Monday is, a special day. President's Day. So, all right. You have until next Saturday. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to put time limits on you. But by Saturday would be nice. So I can give to the people the number and all that stuff, being your secretary and all. Because your birthday's coming up.
Oh, don't remind me.
And we have to make sure that, we have to get a card out, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, but don't feel bad. The entire month is National William History Month, so don't feel bad.
You only have 28 days.
That's fine.
28 days. Okay.
You couldn't handle me for a whole month anyways.
You're probably right.
When I walk in with the Pied Piper of Amazon, I got bored. I jammed out on that thing. I feel so sorry for my neighbors.
Tammy, this is what we need to do. Go back to his old videos and just pull clips and make like little shorts and like little snippets of him for every single day.
Kind of like they did at our high school graduation where they showed baby pictures.
Mom, if you're watching, I would like some baby pictures, please.
Please send them.
I don't know how you're going to get them to me, but you can go to my channel, So Blessed by Jess, and you can email them to me.
Oh, Rita, in this room, I may or may not have a keyboard. Hold on, let me. I have too much crumb. I have too much stuff on here.
Maybe she's listening. Son, if you hear me, if you watch this later on, we can figure out logistics how you can get it to me. But I would like some pictures.
Can you hear that?
Yes, I can hear that.
Okay, it is set on annoying.
Not clear.
Oh, sorry, I was talking over it.
No, musicians. This is why I try not to pull out my musical instruments, because musicians are annoying. As someone who plays musical instruments, musicians, because they don't stop. So
I don't think it's annoying at all.
He didn't play chopsticks. We're still good.
I mean, you serenade us with songs, and you play for us.
I do.
You're just like a one-man band.
You remember the song for Tuesday night, right?
I'm triple threat. I'm ready. I can sing. I think I can sing.
No, you just gotta type it in the chat.
Oh, do I know the song?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm wearing a very poorly made poncho, Candace, that I made a couple years ago. One of the reasons I brought it into the sewing room is because I was thinking about adding a hood on this, or at least just doing some justice to it by giving it a either bigger neck, just giving it a V neck, like cutting it all the way down to something like this.
Yeah.
Because this is a big poncho, but I'm gonna do justice by this. This was something the video is still up. It's from like 3 years ago. Something crazy when I made
Are
this.
you gonna add a hood to it?
I'm thinking about it. But there's an orange one in my closet somewhere that I added a hood to it.
I like that one the way it is. I like it with the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I really like it the way it is.
That's one thing, like with my new hat, I try not to make the hoods too big because you can't wear a giant hood with a cowboy hat because
No,
they're
you
clashing.
can't.
They're like literally you can't put my head back.
Yep.
And although I'm all about function over fashion.
Oh. Well, the glitter cards go directly into the fireplace.
Yeah.
But again, this is one of the fake
Tasha.
Yucatan blankets that they sell to tourists.
Have a great night,
Good night,
Tasha.
Tasha.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for
See you
stopping.
Thank you
later.
for hanging out with me earlier too. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Great to see you. Thank you so much. You did.
You
helped out Jess's case this evening.
No, I'm only at 50,000.
Oh my god. Me, I've had such drama with my cards lately. I'm surprised that that they let me charge this to it. I do not do that. I am so shocked they let me charge this. I can play all kinds of things, but it's been a while. I'm classically trained, but it's been a while. It's just been a while. A lot of it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
There's certain things like hockey rules I know, but I've been watching hockey since I was a child. You know, like I'm calling stuff that the refs don't call. I'm like, hey, what is it?
No, because you see it at a different vantage point than they do. I'm still trying to figure out some things with hockey. Like that's not for a conversation right now.
All those drug rugs. Candace, have you been around bikers? That's the only people I've heard call it that.
I've heard it called that, and I don't think they were bikers.
Oh, that's so funny. We call them that too. I just didn't want to say it on stream. I have a giant collection, but like when I was a kid, every summer my family would go to Mexico. I remember purchasing some of the blankets that are in the house.
Mm.
And like when you if you're on a motorcycle, if you have one of those, it's perfect. Like when you flop on the ground to fall asleep somewhere, it's perfect because it traps. Well, that's literally what you're doing, but it traps all your body heat.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Tasha. Yay. She says it in an Irish accent. Yay. I'm trying to catch up with the chat.
You're fine.
Oh my God.
I'm still layering.
I got dosed at a Grateful Dead show once.
Not
That's
cool.
horrible.
Not cool at all.
For me, it's a loss of control. So, like, if I was ever to something like that was to happen to me, it would be more or less the loss of control.
Yeah.
Because you become really inhibitious at that point. Drummers are a different species. Yes, they are.
They are.
My dad and his brothers had a band, so learned early how to play bass guitar. Now forgot how to play. You know what? When I lived in Oregon, I would speak Spanish every day. And when I came back to California, I wasn't around the same crowd, so I didn't speak it as much. I almost lost it.
Oh.
Not like completely, because now I speak it all the time because of my job, but like I was rusty. And I was almost embarrassed at first because someone asked me for directions and I said it backwards because in English, basically in Spanish,
noun and the verb.
You say the noun first, and in English,
Yeah.
you say everything except for the point.
Yeah.
What?
You get to the point last. It is the last part of the story.
That's so awesome, Ollie. Juggerug sounds like either a great album or a great WCW heel. Oh, patent pending. Kilroy, I like that. An Orthodox would be amazing to the ear. Absolutely. Some people start trying to treat me like a jukebox, too. That's the point of life. Getting dosed was an adventure. You got to be careful. There was a really close friend of mine. She was at a bar with her husband, and they called me, and they're like, "We're driving, and I think someone spiked our drinks, and there's a car following us."
Mm.
And so they came to my house, and there really was a car following them. But the second they saw me out there, I was like, "What are you doing?" They stopped and turned around when they saw that there was another person standing there. So you got to be
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah.
It was a local place they went to, and I live in the super yuppie side of town.
That happens
Gosh,
everywhere. Crime happens everywhere.
That was a while ago, but it's always I'm super vigilant. But I'm a nerd. When I go to Vegas, I have a cooler of Hawaiian punch and sodas and Powerades and Pepsi. Like I bring my own drinks.
Hmm.
If you were to get lost in the middle of the desert, you'd be like, "I need water." I'm like, "I got you. Here's some water."
Good to know. Good to know. I'll just call you and go, I'm in Tennessee, but I need something to drink.
That
I am this many miles away from you. I need it.
But I need something. I need something.
When I was a kid, I could speak fluent Italian and Spanish. Now I speak none, but can't understand it. Exactly. It's like riding a bike. And you will lose it if you don't speak it every day.
Yeah.
Language is funny that way.
Yeah.
I have a lot to outright lie to my kids about. Okay, so this is my thing, okay? It's not lying if they can't prove it. Like my son, I tell him all my college stories, but I don't tell him the ending of them. I tell him or he'll ask me how that story ended. I'll say we all graduated and got degrees and got paid more money for it. That's what happened.
Well, at least he's getting probably to the point where he's like, "Really, Dad? Really?"
Just wait until he meets one of your college friends, and they'll finish the story.
They'll tell the same fishing story. We have to corroborate. We all had to corroborate. We will all tell the same fishing story.
This is how it really ended.
I was kind of thinking about that today when I saw my neighbor to come completely swinging because he played for the Lancaster Jayhawks. And there was a lot of guys that I knew from my town because I was obsessed with baseball. But I was so big that I got recruited to play football. But that's a different story. My whole point is it's weird. Some of those guys are still playing in the minors.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been playing since the year 2000.
Yeah.
They either have good genes or they don't play hard enough to tear up their bodies doing it.
It's just weird. It was just when I saw my neighbor today, because I have a Lancaster Jayhawks hat and everything, because that's one of the closest minor league teams where you can go to an actual stadium, eat a hot dog for $10-15 and watch baseball, All right,
we have
I've this a few times.
This is how we roll.
I would like to thank everybody. We've moseyed on down the road. I'd like to thank everybody who came in, everybody who's been here since the beginning. You guys are absolutely amazing. It was great to see everybody. And we'll be back at it on Monday. So, Tammy, do you have anything upcoming that you'd like to shill?
I have 2 lives tomorrow, one at 12:30 and one at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And the 12:30 is temperature rings, the double wedding ring temperature quilt. The other is Sean from The Guy Who Sews is going to be joining me. We're going to be working on the horse from Fab Farm. And then Tuesday, we are doing a 1-year anniversary.
Yay!
Big party. Everybody needs to be there. So you guys see my room now. This is kind of what it's going to look like tomorrow.
Thank you, Rita, for coming and
it's
hanging
going
out.
to be decorated Tuesday. It's going to be decorated Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Rita. You know what's funny? When I end my college stories, I end with this same thing too. No, I wasn't a stripper. I'm not even kidding. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, Laura. When was that again?
Tuesday is 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So 5
You're
p.m.
good.
Pacific. Yeah. Y'all want to be there.
Coach, do you have anything that you would like to promote?
Well, I'm going to be starting the Corey Yoder quilt along, which is like a month-long
Yay.
project. And so I have all her fabrics in. Yeah, her block drops on the third Saturday of every month, so I'll be coming out with a video by Monday. I got a couple earworm shorts that are coming out. That's exciting. And then I guess when I figure out when I'm when I'm gonna go live, I'll let you all know in the community so you can come out and hang out with me again. But I prefer to be with other people, like in certain ways. Like it was
I
fun
get
being by
it.
myself, but I'm just like,
It's not
I
easy
miss
being the one-man
miss
band.
people.
It's not
Exactly.
easy.
I like people. So if you'd like to come on my channel, drop me a link, drop me a message somewhere somehow, and we'll make it work. As long as you pass all the criminal checks.
That's important.
Well,
Jeez.
I guess I'm out.
I like that last part. That like you snuck that in. That was slick. I like that. That's some contract stuff. Like make sure you read the whole contract.
Yeah. Clap on.
Yes.
I will be back at it on Monday. And until then, happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. We all are great friends. Who cares about sunny weather as long as we spend time together?